can't not dance with that song. It's just such a stupid, like, StreamYard intro random nonsense song. And every time it comes on, I'm like, I can't help it. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to another episode of Unqualified Experts. We are joined again by the returning, although I feel like it's been too long. Time goes by so freaking fast. Nick is like, dude, that was last year. I was like, excuse me, what?
Tell me about it. I know.
So
I know, right?
long. I don't even know what happens. But this is Stef, the Alter Nerd.
Hey up, everyone. How y'all doing?
I love
Thank
the
you
way
so
you
much
talk
having me
so
back.
much.
It's been way too long.
Coming back.
Way too long.
I know. It's crazy. And then when I heard you talk, I was like, that's right. She sounds so cool. And I like the way you say everything. Oh my goodness. Guys, I know I'm going to get into it and forget to thank everybody. So just really, 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 really quickly, I got to thank everyone because y'all are absolutely amazing. We just started the stream and we got a golden shower boy from Old Nerdy. He said the word abreast means side by side facing the same direction. I can't be the only one who thinks that is great. Old Nerdy, no, you're not the only one. I like it. I don't think I've ever looked up what the word abreast means. Side by side facing the same direction. Abreast. It'd be really weird if our breasts look like that, though, like facing the same direction. Be like, I don't know. Old Nerdy, thank you so much. Mr. Backhand for 623 said, hi, Zia. Hi, Steph. Love and hugs and happy Aussie birthday, Zia. Backhand, thank you so much. I forgot it's tomorrow in Australia. Wait.
And happy UK birthday, Zia.
Thank you. Oh my gosh. It's also tomorrow in the UK.
Yep.
What's the
2 o'clock in the morning?
You're amazing for doing this at 2 a.m. Oh my God. Thank you so much.
How could I say no? I had so much fun last time. I mean, come on.
I'm so happy. I'm so glad that you had fun. And I'm so excited that you wanted to come back. I know I don't know why. Maybe you're not the same way, or maybe you are, but I feel bad asking people to come on because I feel like I'm bothering them and I'm not really sure why. Like I'm always like,
not sure why either, lass. Ask more people. What the hell?
I know. It's so stupid because like the worst that can happen is they're like, I don't have time or I can't make it or like whatever it is. But it's such a weird thing. And then we've got Mr. Anonymous and Frank, which I know both is Frank, just judging by the first and the second. Franklin, thank you so much. He said, good evening, Zia. I don't have a lot of faith in this tip. Ha, 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 ha. That's how there's usually on StreamYard, the voice lady says what the message is, but she says it kind of robot-y, and that's how it sounds. And I like it. And then Franklin with another golden shower boy said, okay, you can make fun of me again. That was me. I had a feeling after that second one. Frank, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Okay, you guys, we're 35% of the way there. We're 130 away. If we hit 200, I'm getting into a bikini, and I've got a lot of new ones, like a crap ton of new ones. So anyway, thank you all so much. I love all of you. Welcome to the stream, everyone. Thank you for joining me. Okay, Steph, how are you? How is everything? It really has been so long.
Yeah, I'm doing really well. A lot's changed in my life since I last spoke to you. Although, before I get into it, have you got a Princess Leia bikini costume? The bikini that she wears.
The slave lady.
Yeah. I would recommend get it and do a special for May the 4th.
Oh my God, I have to. Okay, hold on.
Dude, I mean, this shit writes itself. I mean.
Yeah, we got to do it. Hold on. I got to send a message. Producer
I bet
Nick.
a lot of your audience would like to see that. I know I would. So, you know, I'm just being selfish on my part.
No, that sounds absolutely amazing. I don't know why some of this stuff I haven't even done yet. Like a real silly goose, like a real actual silly goose.
But yeah, that's the thought that came into my head. Other than that, doing really well. A lot has changed in my life since I last spoke to you. I'm now completely full-time YouTube on my own with my own channel. I was working with Andy Signor of Popcorn Planet behind the scenes, and I still do to a certain extent, but he's not like my full-time job anymore with his channels. My full-time job is my own channels, and that's it, which is pretty exciting. But I do help from time to time behind the scenes with Andy, including another Harry and Meghan documentary that is in the works. So that's a lot of fun. Apart from that, my main channel, Stef the Alter Nerd, continues to grow at a pace. And within the last month, I launched a second channel called Political Nerds. And so, yeah, because I have not a lot of people know. And it's not that I hide it or anything like that. It was just, there was not really a cause for me to say it. But I do have a degree in international relations and security studies. A lot of
That's
it,
so cool.
sociology, philosophy, ethics. I did 3 years of conflict resolution, the art of negotiation, and the power of language. And so I thought, you know what? I want to do a second channel that speaks to my nerdy nature, but also as well my degree, Political Nerds. So I learned that in the last month with new content, and we're already nearly at 4,000 subscribers. So if any of you are out there watching, I would be very grateful if you could help me get to 4,000. That would be insanely like awesome of you guys, and I'd be forever grateful. But yeah,
if you want to send me the link too, we can put it in the chat and I will subscribe right now.
Oh my goodness. All right.
Yeah. Send me the link. Let's get it. Let's get you to 4,000. Oh, there it is. Look at that. Backhand already has it. Look, he's
wow.
Look at how good he is. Look at how good
Backhand
Backhand
187 with the head mod status right there.
Dude, killing it. He does this every time. And sometimes he's so good. He's so on top of me. He's like, Xia, I need links to your guests tonight. And I'm like, oh yeah, sorry. He's like more on top of it than I am.
Snaps to you. But I'm really enjoying doing my second channel and, you know, kind of getting back to my roots of my degree, which has been really fun. My favorite videos I'm doing at the moment is my like amateur linguistic analysis on politicians and what they say. And those videos are pretty eye-opening, if I do say so myself. I just released one earlier on, last couple of hours, of our Mayor of London, Sadiq Khan, and he's answering a question on basically whether he's corrupt or not. And his answer is very interesting, to say the least. I point out that, in my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, he admits he's corrupt. And slips up by saying so. You guys can check out that video and the rest of them that I've got on my channel. But yeah, I'm having so much fun at the moment, going back to my university roots, which is pretty cool.
I love that. That's so cool. I didn't know that. I didn't know that you had a degree in, wait, you got to tell me what it is again.
Okay. So my degree is international relations and security studies. The way I try and explain that, because it is a bit of a mouthful and it's very technical, is that I did 3 years of conflict resolution, which is the art of negotiation and the power of language. I learned about politics, sociology, philosophy. And my dissertation in my third year was the ethics and philosophy of international terrorism.
Oh my gosh.
My whole kind of path was to get into the police force, do my probation for 2 years, and then from there get fast-tracked into the counter-terrorism unit and analyse the intelligence coming through.
Wow.
That was what's supposed to happen. Quite clearly that didn't. Hi, everyone. I'm here. I'm here instead. Online on YouTube, making a career out of this stuff. Like, who knew, right? But unfortunately, my dodgy pancreas had other ideas as to where my future was going to go. So.
Wait, so your pancreas is the reason that you were able to continue with that?
Yeah, because the counter-terrorism unit only recruit from within the police force. They don't recruit from outside. To get into the police force, you need to pass a physical. And yeah, my dodgy pancreas, not a chance.
No way. Wait, so what is the issue with it? And like, how does it affect your physical?
Oh my goodness.
I mean, you don't have to get into it if you don't want to, but I'm so curious.
Open book, note to hide. So my full diagnosis is idiopathic recurrent acute pancreatitis. Pancreatitis is inflammation of the pancreas. And for those that don't know, the pancreas regulates your blood sugar levels. So it's very intertwined with those that have diabetes. It also as well produces enzymes to break down your food. And so this is where the pancreatitis bit comes in, because what happens is when it produces enzymes to break down the food, it's supposed to then excrete them out, put them out into the rest of the digestive system to break down the food. Well, my pancreas seems to have a knack for is hoarding those enzymes and keeping it within the organ. Those enzymes are basically acid, and so it's then irritating itself and becoming inflamed. At that point, it's a buttload of pain. And it is in the top 10, top 20 in the UK, most extreme pain that you can have, up with MS and all that lot. Yeah, I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy. I really, really wouldn't. Idiopathic means that they don't know the cause. I'm in like the top 5% of cases where the cause is just unknown. My pancreas just likes to kick my ass whenever it wants. And when that happens, I have to take morphine. And if that don't work, I've got to go back into hospital, because each attack can actually, and I'm not being like over dramatic, it's just a fact, it can be life threatening. Because it can actually affect other organs. I've had my liver affected at certain points where I've had to have emergency operations to get things sorted. So, yeah, just based on that basic information I've given you alone, yeah, the police are going to turn around and be like, you're not passing that physical, bitch. Bye-bye.
Oh, I'm so sorry. No, like I understand why, but it sucks because I understand how that could affect like the physical aspects of your job. But when you get into doing, the counterterrorism work, are you out in the field, or is that mostly sort of behind the scenes stuff that you'd
behind
have
the
been
scenes,
doing?
office based,
Right,
at that
which
point.
is like, I feel like you could definitely still do the job. I mean, you still are obviously doing jobs now, and full-time YouTube and all of that, which is very front facing and public facing. So when that happens, like, it's something that you just have to deal with.
The thing is, though, is that my regular audience can easily recognize whether it's my videos or my streams when I'm fine and when my pancreas is kicking my ass.
Really?
It's quite obvious, yeah. The thing is, though, when my pancreas is kicking my ass, I try hard not to let it beat me. I'm like, no, I'm still going to do what I love. I'm not going to let my pancreas stop me. I'll just down a fucking bottle of morphine. I don't give a shit. And I'll go on stream freaking high as a kite on morphine. I don't care. I'm still gonna do it.
I love how
enjoy the hell out of it.
I love how honest you are about it too. A lot of people are like, I'm not on anything, and you're like, no, I'm on morphine because my pancreas is beating the crap out of me right now. Yeah. Like that's exactly what's happening here.
But that's how it should be.
I agree.
Why sugarcoat things?
I agree.
Why try and hide things from your audience? At the end of the day, just be straight with them, be honest with them, because that's what everyone appreciates. I appreciate and respect people when they're honest with me, when they're blunt with me, when they say it as it is and call a spade a spade. They're not wasting my time. Brilliant.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I agree. There have been times where, and it doesn't happen as often, nearly as often as it used to, just in my life, where I have to take a little break and turn off the camera and go. It's been a while and go away because I'm having a panic attack. But I'll always tell them, hey, that's what I'm having. I'm having panic attack. I need just like a few minutes. I've had so many of them though. I started getting them when I was 16. I've had so many of them though that even now, even though I know they still suck. I know what they are, and they're generally over pretty quick because I'm like, okay, just come on, do your thing and then be done with it. And then, I'm usually fine at the end of it. But yeah, I think it's important to talk about that stuff a lot of the times, because when I first started having them, I was 16. I didn't know what was happening. I thought I was dying. No one talked about it. It wasn't until I did a bunch of research online and found out what it was. Even the doctor, when I went to the hospital, didn't tell me what it was because I thought I was dying. He just gave me a pill and sent me home. And I was like, okay, I still don't know what that was though.
Yeah.
So like when people talk about it, and then you get people that commiserate with you who are like, oh, they talk about it because they experience it all the time. And it's kind of nice to have, it's a bit of a community, I guess. It's a sucky community to be a part of, but it's nice when people are open about it and you can find out like, oh, I'm not the only one that goes through. A lot of people have this issue. Although you're in the top 5%.
And the more we talk about issues that are silent, that are swept under the carpet, that people don't talk about as much because they're embarrassed or afraid or whatnot. The more we bring those issues to light, the more it's easier to actually have conversations about them. So
Yes.
they're not as unknown. So we're not as what would be the word here? Um, idiots about it. You
Yes.
know,
Yes.
if that makes sense.
No, absolutely. And you can share information. That's another thing when people are like, hey, this is something that worked for me. You can go to your doctor, or you, if it's just an at home, whatever it is, you can take that and be like, okay, let's see if this works for me then. And then you just share information that way. And I think it makes it easier to cope with a lot of stuff
Mm,
that way as well.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Backhand
I love that.
187 though, your head mod, as I like to call him now, says, Steph, can't you get in trouble from your government for your political views? Yes. I could literally potentially go to jail because of my second channel.
That's so wild. I always forget that. See, we really take advantage take advantage, I'm sorry, take for granted growing up in the US because we don't have that. And it's not to say that
Mm,
you can't get in trouble for your political views. You can lose your job, lose your livelihood because, court of political opinion and all of that. But it is you cannot go to jail for freely
yeah,
speaking your mind. That
yeah.
First Amendment is such, and I forget that other countries don't have that. And you hear
I
about
wish we had it.
yeah. You hear
Because
about
people are
places like
literally going to jail in our country because they've tweeted the wrong thing that the government has
that's so
found
crazy.
hurty and this shit. They're letting out rapists and murderers to literally free up spaces to imprison these, as far as we're concerned, political prisoners that have just shared the wrong tweet because the government didn't take too kindly for it, this, that, and the other. This is why in all of my videos right at the beginning, I have to say a disclaimer. I have to turn around and basically say that it's all my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, that I'm not inciting hatred to any particular person, religion,
Wow.
group, etc. I literally have to say that at the beginning of every single video to try and protect myself. Even then, it may not be good enough. And one day the government might be knocking on my door, wanting to jail me. And do you know what? Do you know what? In a way, I don't want that to happen, of course. But if it did, more content for my channel. Make lemons out of lemonade, as far as I'm concerned. I'd just document the whole thing at that point.
Yeah.
But yeah, this year the government, I don't know what you guys would call them in America. It's not the main election to determine the leader, so to speak. It's council elections this year. So electing officials that are in charge of our area that we live in on like a
Okay.
local level, right? Local elections, that kind of thing, yeah, for councils. And this year, there's talk of the Labour government cancelling those, cancelling our vote, cancelling democracy. Yeah, for the first time ever in my mind, because they essentially
Whoa.
know they're done for and they're going to lose so many council seats to a new party called Reform UK that is headed up by Nigel Farage. But yeah, the government not only is jailing us for hurty words, but also is now, by all accounts, there's discussions that they want to cancel our local elections this year and
That's the
take away our freedom of vote. It is insane
what?
what's going on in the UK at the moment. And the more they push us, the more I am so, like, how do I put it? So under the belief there's going to be a revolution.
Yeah, if they're not
There's going to
careful,
be a
that's
UK British
exactly what's
revolution.
gonna happen. I wonder if there's a way for you guys to have, like a First Amendment of sorts, or if it's too late in the history of the country. I mean, I guess it's never too late. I'm just curious if something like that could be done at this point, because that's insane to me. That's so insane. It's weird too because, and it's funny, Courtney said in the chat that she can't get over Prince Harry saying that the First Amendment is bonkers. And it's so interesting because from the other side of it, we're like, not having a First Amendment is bonkers. You hear about, even in Canada, things were happening where comedians were getting sued or going to jail for telling jokes on stage, which is the most insane thing I've ever heard in my life. I don't understand it. I feel like every country should have this. Otherwise, it's just basically a dictatorship. Even if it's not run by one guy, if it's the entire government, it's not run by the people, which is
Well,
crazy.
yeah, I mean, it's that whole V for Vendetta quote.
Yeah.
government shouldn't be afraid. People shouldn't be afraid of governments. Government should be afraid of their people.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we are going to get to that point at some stage because
Yeah.
they keep pushing and pushing and pushing us, and really trying to test us at this point. And it's like, what the hell?
Yeah.
What country are we living in right now? It defies belief where we've got a country and they're literally, because the prisons are overflowing, they are letting out rapists and murderers early to imprison those that have tweeted hurty words on the internet for years.
Because that's
We
more
had one
dangerous to them.
person who, unfortunately, this gentleman got done for it, was sent to jail for like 2-3 years. He hung himself.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Just because he tweeted something that the government didn't like, essentially.
correct.
Jesus Christ, that's so insane.
And tying it into the whole Stef the Alter Nerd content that I do, Prince Harry has turned around and called the First Amendment bonkers.
Yeah. Yep.
And he's part of the Aspen Institute, monitoring and trying to control and cure misinformation on the internet. Take that as you will, guys.
Anytime someone calls it misinformation, and I'm not saying that doesn't exist, because there are so many times where I see something, I look into it a little bit further, and I'm like, oh, that's not right at all. But it doesn't matter. They should have the right to say it. And we as people need to not be so freaking stupid to just read a headline or read something and take it at face value, or see what someone else said and be like, oh, I believe it. I believe that now. It's like, no, it's up to you to do more research and figure out what the truth is, because and it's also usually really easy to find. Like, I'll say that even when, not to get like super political with Trump and everything, but when Trump gets brought into it, and they'll take something that he said completely out of context and be like, can you believe Trump said this? And I'm like, I just watched what he said. That's not what he said at all. I watched the whole actual thing, not just this one tiny clip taken out of context that you've also even twisted the words. Like, I watched the entire thing that he said. That's not what he said at all. Like, it's that kind of stuff happens so often. It's crazy. It's crazy.
And someone in the chat said, well, the Tories are in collusion with Labour as well, trying to cancel our council elections. Yeah, they are.
Wow.
Yeah, they are. Because they both know that if the council elections actually went ahead this year, Reform UK is just going to sweep it all up. Nigel Farage, and quite rightly too, because he's the only political party, as far as I'm concerned, in the UK that's talking any sense whatsoever at this point to actually deal with the issues at hand without being scared of the woke mob, this, that, and the other, right? Yeah. I do think, there's an element to what the woke mob believe that we do need to take into account. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, no, I agree. I'm not fully but they just went too far.
It's gone too far. Exactly. It's gone way too far.
Yeah.
To the point where in the UK, £1 billion of funding to help our pensioners, our elderly, heat their homes over winter, because we have very cold winters in the UK, right, was taken away. So pensioners this year that have paid into the system all their life, right, that should have been entitled to it, it's been taken away. That £1 billion, we're spending nigh on £1 billion each year to house, feed, and give benefits to all the illegal immigrants coming over.
That's a huge issue we're having here too, in a different way. Like, not the same thing, obviously, exactly as in we're taking money from people that are supposed to be heating their home. Just with having, homeless vets that are not getting housed, not getting fed. The infrastructure is falling apart. Like, we're not taking care of our own citizens, and it is going to illegal immigrants. And now, as Trump got into office, he's obviously doing these deportations, and it's really, really interesting to see the way that people are talking about it, the different news outlets, the way they report on it, because often they're going after the worst of the worst criminals, like rapists, murderers, all of these people that have come in from other countries, gang members, and have done all these heinous things. Some of them even having child stuff like that, like stuff that they're not supposed to be having. YouTube is, I never know what I can say on here, but anyway, they are are deporting them first and like they're like that we don't want these people in our communities in our streets, and it makes perfect sense. And then it turns into, from, you know, if it's MSNBC, whatever the news outlet is, are acting like he's just deporting all of these innocent people. And it's like, no, that's not what's happening.
But by, how do I put this? Technically, okay, legally, right? By their very nature, they're not innocent.
No, yeah, no, you're right.
Because
Absolutely.
they came into the country illegally. They didn't go through the proper legal methods to enter the country to then apply for a visa for residency in whichever way, shape or form they can apply for. It's the same here.
It's no country just lets anyone in. Like, if I tried to go live in some other country without getting, you know, proper documentation or citizenship, I would also be deported. They would kick my happy ass out. Like, you can't just go to a country and be like, hey, I live here now. Like, that's not legal anywhere.
You see, Nigel Farage, we all know, is pretty close to President Donald Trump, and he's saying, look, if he's elected, he'll do exactly what Donald Trump's doing right now with all the illegal immigrants. Find them, deport them, done, dusted, goodbye. Because this is the thing, right? I'm all for immigration, but done legally.
Fine with it. Yeah, that's what
done legally.
It's like a sticking point. And then the worst part is the argument. And by the way, I do want to thank everybody. I see all of you, and I'm going to get to these in a second. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Dan, RJP, and Rod Tholomew, we're at 160. 40 away. Okay, sorry. I knew I was about to get into it again. But I noticed that a funny thing that happens with a lot of it is people are constantly saying, yeah, we are not against immigration. We just want it done legally. And then on the flip side, you know, you have the really, and it's weird how a lot of the left wingers have become so far left that they're almost right. And they start they start using this weird logic where they're like, well, the price of groceries are going to go up because who's going to do all that labor? So you're okay with illegal immigrants doing the labor as long as we pay them slave wages. Got it. Like, how is that your argument? It's a horrible argument.
It is.
It's like,
it is.
It's not
horrible.
okay that we pay anyone those insanely tiny, ridiculous, unlivable wages, but because they're illegal. And then it's the same sort of argument that they like to bring in with comedy a lot. And this always is horrible to me. They're like, well, you shouldn't punch down. Oh, so you're saying that minorities are beneath you. Got it. So you're saying you're high, like, no matter which way they put it, it just makes them sound so bad.
Yeah. Because they don't have a leg to stand on.
No.
That's why. Because if they did, then the legal system would be in their favor, but it's not. Because again, by their very nature, illegal immigrants are illegal. They've committed a legal act to enter the country in the first place. So what do you do with them? You deport them. Now, I'm all for asylum seekers, you know, those that are running away from war, famine, this, that, and the other. However, the law dictates that they are to seek asylum in the first safe country that they, for want of a better phrase, land in. And what's happening is a lot of them, they're going through Europe to get to France, to then cross the English Channel on a dinghy to get to the UK.
So they've already stopped at a place. That's where they should be. They shouldn't be able to move on and be like, just kidding. We don't want to be in this safe country. We want to be in this one.
Correct. You even have, and we've seen it documented, and the videos and the clips are all over Twitter, where these illegal immigrants, they're in the dinghies. The French Navy come over to them, right, on the English Channel, like, right, turn back. We're going to pick you up. You got to turn back. And they refuse. Wow. Saying that we want the British Navy instead. And so us being the soft-touch dipshits that we are, woke up in Royal Navy boat and we're like, yeah, we'll give you a lift, bros. We'll give you a lift. Let's get back to the White Cliffs of Dover. There you go, boys.
It's a terrible idea.
But that is literally what's happening.
Yeah.
And it's insane. You know, our service is already overloaded.
Well, that's the
And we
problem.
don't have enough at the moment to be able to take in all these illegal immigrants. You know, we have an NHS system, and for those that don't know, we pay for our NHS through our taxes. So when we go to hospital, when we leave, we're not saddled with a huge bill like
Nice.
Americans have. We don't have to have medical insurance or anything like that. It's all paid through our taxes, which is fine. Not a problem with that. The issue is that the NHS now is so completely overstretched. It's insane. Like just, I'd say nearly 20 years ago, if I had a pancreas attack, I'd get straight into A&E, see a doctor within 15 minutes. They'd examine me, see me crying my ass off and screaming my ass off, give me a buttload of morphine, put me to sleep, and then once I woke up, I'm in a hospital room and they're doing tests, this, that, and the other. A couple of years ago, it was Christmas Day. I had a pancreas attack. Great timing. Get to the hospital. Firstly, I had to get there on my own because there wasn't. It would have taken an ambulance like 2 hours to get to me.
Oh my God.
So I get to the hospital on my own. I'm literally in the A&E waiting room for hours waiting. And I'm screaming and I'm in pain. But there's no they could do because there was no one that could have seen me at that point. Yeah.
Yeah,
this
that's a problem.
is how effed up it all is.
That's honestly, that's actually a problem in the US as well. Not to nearly that extent, but in cities and a lot of places, because hospitals have to see them, illegal immigrants, and people that don't have health insurance. And I understand I don't have health insurance. I'm trying to get it and I'm not even sure it's worth it because of how much you're paying and then how much you're paying out of pocket. Like it's $1,000 a month and that's with help. Like that's with some government like tax credits where they'll be like, okay, we'll cover a portion of it because you make under a certain amount. And it's still $1,000 a month. But then you still have to pay out of pocket until you reach a $3,800 deductible before they'll even start covering anything. So it's like you're double paying before you even actually get anything back from it. It's absolute insanity. And that's a whole other thing. So I understand that the health insurance situation here is broken and I understand why, but it is gotten to a point now where going into a hospital because they'll just go in for a cold because they have to be seen. They don't have a regular doctor. They don't have but if you go to a hospital, you have to be seen. So it's like an 8-hour wait if you're in certain hospitals, if you go in, mostly in cities. So yeah, it's becoming a real problem. And I'm hearing a very similar story in Canada from some Canadian people that I know. And it's just like, we can't take care of our own people. Like this is
and this is the thing. We need to be able to take care of ourselves first,
Yeah.
our own people, before we can help others. Like everything that's going on in Syria at the moment with the uprising and the overthrow of the Assad regime. Our government announced that they were sending, I think it was either 60 or 160 million pounds over to Syria to help with the security efforts.
Oh.
And I'm there thinking, you what? No, how about keeping that money and fixing our system first, which is completely broken, before we try and fix someone else's system. It's like when you go on an airplane and the air stewardess says, put on your own oxygen mask first before you can put on anyone else's. It's the same thing.
Yeah, we can't help other people right now.
I think 133 million pounds. I reported on it over the last week on my second channel, Political Nerds. And we're sending like over 100 million pounds to Pakistan this year. When their global GDP is literally in the hundreds of billions. If their GDP is in the hundreds of billions, why the hell are we sending Pakistan over 100 million pounds in aid? It makes no sense.
I know. When you look at how much money that we're constantly sending, it's interesting to find out that these are problems in every country, though. Like listening to what you're talking about, what we're going through, what I'm hearing about in Canada, like this is very, very similar to a lot of. So, and it's interesting. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is, but it's because I'm just not smart enough, and I don't know that much about politics. Like, I know I'll look at what I want, but I don't talk a ton about politics or like research a ton about politics. But I feel like it doesn't take someone super into politics to look and be like, this isn't right, this isn't working.
For us, the answer is get Keir Starmer out, UK revolution, and vote Reform UK in.
Love it. There you go.
And get Nigel Farage in. There we go.
There we
He's
go.
kind
I
of
like
like our version of Donald Trump in a way.
I like his name.
He
Nigel
will just
Farage.
shake up the system. I mean, he's the politician that we can actually thank in a way for Brexit, because he's like a pioneer for Brexit and us leaving the EU. He was banging that drum for years before we actually got it done. So, yeah, he's like the UK version of President Donald Trump. And I'm not saying that in a bad way, by the way, guys, because I've been impressed. I mean, regardless of what you think of Donald Trump, good, bad, in the middle, whatever, the way I see it is, dude's getting shit done. I'm pretty impressed with these executive orders. Whether you agree with them or not, he's getting things done.
He said what he's doing exactly what he said he was going to do. I mean,
exactly.
There's that.
Exactly. And someone says, oh my goodness, shake my head, she's a Nigel Farage supporter. Better than being a two-tier Keir supporter or a Kemi supporter from Conservatives who, her bark is worse than a freaking bite. The Conservatives were in power for like 14, 15 years. They're just as much to blame for the state of the UK as it is now, as the Labour government is. They're both as bad as each other. So F them, both of them, and let's just go in a different direction.
That's how I feel about all politicians. I just don't feel like any of them actually care about you. Like, no politician cares about you. They care about themselves and getting themselves and their people money. I mean, that's what it is. How do we get paid? How do we get as much money as possible? And Republicans and Democrats totally work together. They absolutely do. Like, they're behind the scenes doing the same shit as long as it benefits them and it benefits their interests. And I mean, that's really what it comes down to. Again, that's why I just never have trusted politicians. I just don't.
Someone says, Rupert_199 says, Tate, however, is a true wild card. So I actually went through his Bruv Party manifesto on my channel, and on the face of it, what he says, you can't disagree with, really, in the grand scheme of things. For me, anyway, personally. However, when you go into his manifesto and you dig deeper, it's actually quite disturbing, in my opinion. He is essentially, in his manifesto, saying that one of his pledges is to create a Big Brother style channel, network, program, whatever you guys call it in America, for those that break the law when it comes to, let's say, knife crime. And when they get sentenced and they're in jail, it's a 24-hour feed. You get to see them in jail.
Whoa.
Suffer this, that, and the other. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So let's put it this way. Does he add something to this whole conversation as to what's happening in the UK? Yes. Because on the face of it, what he's saying, a lot of us are agreeing with, you know, reverse the boats, deportations, all this lot, right? Brilliant. Fantastic. But you go deeper into his manifesto and you see things like that, it is quite disturbing to say the least. I think, though, that what Andrew Tate is doing with the Bruv Party is a Machiavellian move. He's not in the running. He's not going to win. If there was a general election tomorrow, he's not winning. But what he's doing is something a little bit more important, which is adding topics to the conversation that wouldn't normally be talked about. But he's forcing it onto the agenda because it has to be on the agenda. Do you see where I'm coming from? So that's where his value lies in this whole UK political kind of mess that we've got at the moment.
I feel like I'm getting like a quick, as into it, even though I don't know who any of these people are, but like a quick summary of the UK political, and it sounds so similar to what's happening here in the US too. It's very interesting.
Dude, I remember a few years ago, you guys in America were debating the whole, can someone who was born male but now identifies as female go in the female toilets, this, that, and the other.
Yeah,
I
it
remember
was
that
big
debate
for a
being
while.
big years ago. We're starting to have that debate now in the UK.
Oh, you guys
It's
are getting that
catching up
one
now in the UK. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And everyone that completely beat J.K. Rowling because she believed in biological sex and that's it,
Yeah.
she is now getting more support.
Interesting.
People are now starting to wake up and realize that what she's saying isn't bigoted, it's just science.
Frank in the chat said, have fun with that.
Sure.
Yeah,
Not
that's
a
been a big
problem.
one as
Definitely
well.
gonna have fun.
We moved on to now from that to trans athletes in like female sports.
Oh,
that's
Look,
now a big one.
That's happening here as well.
Yeah.
Now, let me preface it with be who you want to be, love who you want to love, identify how you want to identify. Have that freedom, not a problem. Go nuts. Completely support that, right? As long as you're happy, you're not taking away anyone else's freedom, not a problem. The issue is that biologically and scientifically, you can't get away from the notion as to what sex you were born originally.
Yeah, and it's tough because no matter what, it doesn't matter if you've taken your testosterone down to a certain level. It's just dangerous because they're always going to have an edge against biological females. There's just no way around it, unfortunately.
That's right, and I firmly believe that there shouldn't be any mix when it comes to sport. Females that were born females to participate in I say female sports, but you know what I mean, right?
Yeah, I understand.
Female teams, female sports, that's it, right? Males, same. Not this whole thing of, I think her name was Valentina Pietro, something like that. The first transsexual who identifies as a woman that ran in the, what was it called now? Oh, I've had a brain fart. Sorry, guys. Give me sorry, what?
Not the Olympics?
It was the Olympics.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she ran in the Olympics, and it was the first time that a male-born athlete who now identifies as a woman ran in the woman's version of it. And I'm there thinking, no, that to me is not right. If anything, it should either be one or two things. Either you participate in a sport in the sex based on who you were born originally, male or female, or if you don't feel comfortable with that, if that's not right for you, okay, fine, I get that. Then we have a third option, which is male Olympics, female Olympics, and then those that identify as their opposite sex Olympics.
Yeah, I think that's actually a really good. A lot of people have brought that up, and then people are like, well, there's not enough of them, and it's like, look, I think that there probably are enough of them for you to make its own thing. And I hate to add this, like the Special Olympics, but we have the Special Olympics for a reason, because we know, even though they're great athletes, we know it's not the same. You know, like we know that.
and we're not saying that and then trying to equate that to those that identify as an opposite gender or neither, right? Binary. It means that they're disabled or special. No. It's just creating a different category.
Yeah.
So that, these athletes can also participate, but not at the detriment of those that were born and still identify as their original biological sex, which is male and female. You have that boxer, Main Khalif, from last year at the Olympics. Same situation. that person who, I'm sorry, I'm going to say he's a he, because information has come to light that, yeah, he's a he. But for some reason, they allowed him to participate in the female boxing version of the Olympics. So whenever you watch, as far as I'm concerned, a round where Amir Khalif is facing off a female boxer, and a lot of people have said this, you're watching a man beat up a woman.
Yeah, I mean, that's the
On
problem that
TV.
you are, and they're getting their asses handed to them. And
They
I do
are.
think I just think it's dangerous too. I think
Yes.
they have their bones are more dense. They're always going to have more muscle mass. Like no matter what, they're going to have more strength, more speed, more power. Like there's just no way around it, and it sucks. It's just
It's dangerous and it's not fair.
Yeah.
It's dangerous and it's an unfair advantage.
Yeah, I do
Because
agree. And I'm the same
there
as
was
you.
an Italian boxer that he faced. I think she had to tap out in the end. She was crying. She had to tap out.
Yeah,
because it was just way too much. It was rough, and it were nasty. And so again, if these people, whether they identify as non-binary or the opposite sex, right, want to participate in the games, in national, international games, brilliant, go for it. You know, they're setting an example, they're inspirational for their community. Fantastic. But to me, I think there has to be a separate category for them.
Mm-hmm.
And people are turning around and saying to that, well, there's not enough. There will be.
There will be.
There will be.
Absolutely. Especially if you create a category for it, then it'll give more people the strength to come forward.
That's right.
Well, I think it's actually a really great idea. I think they should do that because it will give people, you know, something to strive for instead of being like, well, I can't do that because there's a bunch of controversy surrounding it. Then it becomes something that they're able to, I guess, I don't know if aspire to is the right word, but able to do comfortably and fairly. I think there will be more. I think it's a great idea.
Yeah. But, you know, until then, this debate's going to rage on.
It's going to go on for so long. I'm all wondering if like any of this is ever going to come to an end because it seems like it's so weird. And I'm not saying it doesn't mean that we don't have like things that we should be working towards or aspiring to, right? Like, I don't think that that's a bad thing to want to be better as a country or as people. Yeah. We should always be trying to be better. But it's interesting how, you know, everybody fought so hard for gay marriage and gay rights. And I was right there with them. I'm like, yeah, dude, let them. Why can't they get married? This is so stupid. Let them get love. Who cares? Yeah. Like, it's not affecting you in any way. You're fine. But then once we got there, then we just kept like finding other things. And then it got to a point where it seems like the other things that they were finding where it was getting to a point where it's like, okay, why are we fighting over this?
Yeah.
I feel we've gone a little too far with this. I feel like we should have stopped a while back. I feel like we should have just.
I mean, I'm all for being who you want to be, living in freedom, in safety.
Yeah.
Without any threat over you, regardless of how you identify. Absolutely fine, but it's getting to the point where it feels like it's encroaching on our rights as born females, as born males. And when that starts to happen, then I've got a problem with that. I would not feel comfortable being in a dressing room, a women's locker room, with someone there that was born male that now identifies as female. It's why I don't go to gyms anymore.
Oh, really? Have you seen that? It's funny. I haven't seen it. It's not been, I've seen in just regular bathrooms, people you can tell, obviously. It didn't bother me that much though, because they just went in and used the stall and left like the rest of us. So like that wasn't an issue, but I can see that's just speaking for me though. Like I can't speak for everyone else. And then also it's a different situation if you're in a locker room, like you said, and people are changing and there's different genitals on display that you're like, hey, I'm not comfortable with that. That's why I'm in a female locker room. So it's like, it's hard because I actually totally understand both sides to an extent. That's such a tough one. If you have a trans woman in a locker room who has not had the like reassignment surgery on the bottom, you really have a dick in there. And I don't think it's wrong for girls to be uncomfortable with that and be like, hey, man, I don't want this. I don't think you should villainize women for saying that.
No.
I
And
don't think it's
the
fair.
problem is we are being villainized for saying it. We're being called bigoted, not being understanding enough, this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. Well, to all those out there, F you. How about being understanding to our fears, to our safety, to what we want? Like, it can't all just be one way. There has to be some kind of compromise here.
Yeah.
And there isn't at the moment. There isn't. It's all at the detriment, as far as I'm concerned, of female-born females, for want of a better phrase. And it's getting pretty scary. That's why I say, I won't go to gyms anymore. Not that I've experienced it, but knowing that it's a possibility. I'm sorry, it's just not going to happen. Because I've been completely honest about this, but I am a victim of rape. And so you've got no chance that I'm going to even put myself in a potential situation where I'm getting undressed in a female locker room thinking that it's safe, this, that, and the other. And me now thinking it's not safe because there's someone that's transgender there. Not that they're going to do anything wrong automatically. I'm not saying that. But having a scientifically born male in that woman's own locker room, that's the bit that freaks me out. And so I don't think that's wrong for me to be freaked out about that. I think it's a reasonable reaction, but it's like, okay, how do we come together? And instead of flinging accusations of, oh, well, you don't understand me, you're being a bigot, instead of that, where's this whole opportunity of us coming together and trying to figure it out?
Yeah, no, I agree 100%, because it's not like you're saying, and you're coming, especially as someone who's gone through such an intense trauma like that, because it absolutely is. And someone who hasn't gone through it's not going to understand how fucking horrible it is. And you're not coming at it from a place of hate, being like, fuck you, I don't want you here, you guys aren't real. You're actually coming at it from a very reasonable point of like, hey, that's not fair for us to be the ones to constantly have to compromise where you're not. So like, how do we come together and find a solution that works better for everyone? That's not unreasonable. That's not unreasonable at all.
Because, both sides are as bad as each other, right?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Because the one side saying, no, you've got to make room for us, this, that, and the other, right? The other side's turning around and saying, hell no.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm there looking at both sides and thinking, well, hang on a minute. You're not going to get anywhere by keeping to those stances, because female-born females are not going anywhere. Transsexuals and those that identify as different genders or non-binary, they're not going anywhere. And quite rightly so. Of course, they shouldn't be going anywhere. They are who they are. That's how they identify. Not a problem. So you've got two sides that are not going anywhere. So let's just have a conversation about it and not be so polarized and try and come to a conclusion, an understanding, and some kind of compromise. Yeah. But
I agree. No, but you're right. We can't. It's so funny. And I've been called, it's so interesting being someone who, I guess I'm someone that's in the middle. I've been called a fence sitter, but I've always considered myself, I guess, very like liberal, but maybe old school liberal. That's how except for fiscally, but that's a whole other thing. Anyway, the point is, I've always considered myself a very liberal person, but I've had people unfollow me. I've had people get pissed off at me. I've had people tell me that I'm, what's the word? Not like I've been called a right-wing grifter before, stuff like that, where I've been put on these weird lists. But then on the flip side, I've had people call me a disgusting trans supporter, because I'm like, yeah, man, I don't have any problem with trans people. I've had people, because I don't give a shit. I believe that nature is weird and it's messed up, and that it's probably some form of population control or like a natural form. It's just something like people are gay. It's just not everything works the way it works. Your pancreas doesn't work right. My body's attacking my thyroid for some fucking reason. Like our bodies just, nature isn't perfect. Things get fucked up. Like for whatever reason, they ended up in the wrong body. Something happened. I don't know exactly what it is. We don't know. And some people are just like the same sex. Like it doesn't matter to me. I believe it exists. I believe it's a real thing. Like you said, I believe they're here to say, and the truth is I do not give a shit. But we have to have these conversations because they do affect everyone in the society that we live in. Like, that's all I think a lot of people are saying. And for some reason, like, that's horrible.
Yeah. But either some people are scared to have these conversations, or they don't want to have these conversations, or to be even more insidious, potentially, some people and maybe the governments themselves want this divide to continue.
They do,
because then they can play off each other. They can play off of it, each other. Play us. That's what I'm trying to say. Sorry, it's nearly 3:00 in the morning, guys. They can play us off each other, and divided we're weaker. Together we're much stronger. And so it's better for government to try and govern a divided nation that's much more weaker and therefore easier to control, rather than a nation that's together and united.
Yep, exactly. You're absolutely right. They're doing this on purpose because they want us to be divided. They want us to be divided. It's true. You know what is not divided? I gotta thank some people though. My goodness gracious.
Dan, is it bikini time?
It's almost. We're 15 away from bikini time. 15 away. Oh my gosh. Where are we at? Dan A just dropped a whole ass pink boy. He said hello and stuff. Dan A, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness gracious. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And then RJP with a golden shower boy. After that, RJP, thank you. And then Rod Tholomew. And I even see Rod Tholomew in chat. He just came in and dropped money and is like, yeah. Rod Tholomew, thank you so much. We got 30 from Mr. Rod. Oh my goodness gracious. 30 from Mr. Rod Tholomew, and then 20 from Franklin. Franklin said, how funny you're talking about trans people when I too was considering becoming a man. Oh my God, stop. You're the worst. Frank, you're so mean to yourself. I'm not having it. Gosh, over here, he's so mean to himself every single time he says something. Franklin, I've never seen you, but you're a beautiful man, damn it. Thank you so much, Mr. Franklin. And then he just, and then Saw for 5. Saw, thank you. He said, hi, Z and Steph. I love your accent. I'm happy I got you two together last year because I knew you two would be good together. Joe Rogan said they don't want a man playing pool again against women because men are better because of depth perception. Yeah, Rogan was, no, you don't, Frank. God damn it. Rogan was talking about that. Yeah, there are very true biological differences between men and women. Like, it's just the fact of life. We got
men are better than women on some things, and women are better than men on other things because of our distinct biological advances that are unique to our sex.
Yes.
Shocker! Yes. Breaking news! Oh my goodness! Who freaking knew that?
It's not that crazy. Like, it doesn't make me mad, and I don't understand what the issue is. Like, it doesn't mean that one sex is better than the other. It just means we're better at different things, and we complement each other, and we're just different. That's all. Like, it's not. Everybody acts like it's some horrible thing that we're like. It's okay. It's fine to be different. Also, Franklin and Ashley, you beautiful, sweet little gem, you. I just want to like your face. Sorry. Okay. Franklin and Ashley both just 15 at the same time to get to bikini. We're now 85 away from cat cow, which you guys, okay, I have to put one on. You guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much, you little loves. Oh, Dan said we have strength and stuff, but they have boobs. They win.
Yeah.
Boobs.
Yeah, you're right.
It's true. We got boobs. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you got, oh my God, absolutely amazing. Okay, I have to stop the camera so nobody can see the nakedness. Also, hi everyone, and Helicopter, and Buckeye, and Franklin, and I-12, and Michael, and Dan, and all of you guys. I just want to say I saw all the comments about my dress, and I want to say thank you so much because I love it, and this was actually my mom's dress, so that's like extra special. All right, I'll be right back. I'm also going to pee.
Proper vintage. All right, guys. Well, whilst Zia is doing the whole bikini situation, do you guys have any questions in the chat for me? Let me know. In the meantime, Courtney Brooke is like, but we can hear the nakedness. Yes, I can sense the nakedness coming to our eyeballs very, very, very shortly. I'm sure of it. XM20200W says cat cow is educational and good for health and wellness. Okay, colour me intrigued. What is cat cow? Cat cow. Oh, it's a yoga pose that involves moving your spine from a cat pose to a cow pose, stretching your back, hips, and core. Well, I'm a little bit let down on that one. I was hoping that there was going to be a little bit more of a fun definition to that, but you learn something new every day. Oh, I tell you something what I learned earlier on this week. I was doing a collab with one of my YouTube friends, and let me just bring it up on Urban Dictionary. There we go. So one of my YouTuber friends, he got demonetized for having, as part of his title, White Diamond. He does like these short videos on Steven Universe, and there's this character called White Diamond. And she's a villain from this Cartoon Network show and the leader of the Great Diamond Authority, right? And when my mate, when I was doing this collab with him, was like, yeah, the only time I got demonetized was for this title, and it had this white, he said this title, whatever it was, and in this title it said White Diamond. I was like thinking, White Diamond? That sounds dodgy. Like cat cow. I just saw in the chat. That sounded dodgy. It wasn't. It's a yoga pose. But anyway, I was like, let's go on Urban Dictionary because that sounds dodgy as hell, White Diamond. And oh my goodness, it is. It's a mix, okay, as Urban Dictionary calls it. It's a mix of Coke and Viagra. An equal amount of Viagra crushed and then sifted into high-quality Coke, guys. I'm talking about Coca-Cola here for the YouTube human reviewer. Wink, wink. But, yeah, it's a favourite among men of the night, apparently. Allows them to stay awake all night, and they never have to worry about any performance issues as a result. And so, yeah, that's that. I kind of have an ear for hearing two words together and thinking that sounds dodgy as hell. And 9 times out of 10, I find out it really is. Cat cow, unfortunately, was one of those rare instances where it wasn't. But, oh well, it's a yoga pose. How fun, yogaites. Let's see what else you guys are saying. MTB Steve says Stef is the hype woman. Well, guys, we're literally just $85 away from the next milestone, and I don't even know what this milestone is. Like, I need to see this in action. So, guys, get in with the next $85 so we can get to the next milestone, which Xia, what is, firstly, wow. Secondly, what is the next milestone?
Cat cow.
$85 until what exactly?
Until cat cow. It's a really great yoga pose. I teach everybody how to do good yoga poses. It's every morning I wake up and I do cat cow, and I'm just spreading the good word. And this is also a new bikini. Producer Nick, he's just over here buying great bikinis, adding them to wish lists, like doing all this stuff. Look at this one. Look at this. It's so cute.
Well, this is the thing, right? When I saw cat cow in the chat, I was there thinking, that sounds really dodgy. It's not. It's a yoga pose. I was quite disappointed with that. But as I was saying to your audience, I did a collab earlier on this week with one of my other YouTuber mates, and one of his videos, the only one of his videos, got demonetized because he does videos on Steven Universe, a Cartoon Network show, and there's this character called White Diamond.
Yeah.
And this character's name was in his title, and I don't know about anything about this show. But when he said this title and it had White Diamond in, I saw the word White Diamond and I'm like, this sounds dodgy as hell. Oh, it is. Urban Dictionary says it's a mix of Coke, as in Coca-Cola, and Viagra.
Oh!
Apparently it's a favourite amongst males of the night, allows them to stay wide awake all night, and they never have to worry about their performance.
Males of the night. I've never heard that before. That's so funny.
There you go. But this is the thing. It taught me one thing, that kind of moment. YouTube cross-references Urban Dictionary.
Oh my God, they do. They do. That's true. You're absolutely right about that. They also call out, what are they called? Kinks that I didn't even know were kinks. Like I
Yeah.
did one where it was meant to be this is how I got demonetized. My demonetization story. It was a celebration and we got a cake and I sat on it as like, I didn't think anything of it. Everybody was laughing. Everybody thought it was gross. I did not think of this as like a kink. Apparently, it's a big thing. It's called cake sitting. Also, there's another thing called cake farting where girls fart on cakes. Totally didn't know that that was a thing. So apparently these are all things and they're like, "Oh, you can't have fetish content." And I was like, "Excuse me, fetish content?"
You just
So
sat
yeah.
on a freaking cake. What the hell? But okay.
Yeah. Yep, apparently that's fetish content. And I was like, "Well, you learn something new every day." And so
But
YouTube,
they're cool with you being in a bikini.
yeah, well, it's the weirdest thing. Like it's bikini too it's a interesting where the bikini thing is so strange to me, right? Because being in a bikini to me, and again, I grew up in Hawaii, so I realize that my perception is very different than probably a lot of the rest of the world. I grew up in a bikini. I wore these freaking things everywhere. I'd go to the grocery store in a bikini and just like throw a t-shirt on over them, and people go into the grocery store barefoot. And I've worn bikinis in public my whole life. So to me, this has never been a really big deal. Like I've never seen someone in a bikini and been like, oh my God. But it is interesting because not everyone feels that way. So a lot of people are like, you're wearing no clothes. And I'm like, have you ever been to a beach? And then I realized a lot of people haven't been to a beach because they don't exist in every state. So it's just a very interesting thing that I'm like, oh, a bikini to me is like no big deal. But for some people, they're like, you're wearing a bikini. I can see your legs. And I'm like, well, you sure can. Like, it's so funny. It's so funny. Yeah, just everybody's perception is so different, which actually I know you said you could stay for a little while, but do you have a little more time? Do you want to do a couple of unqualified expertings?
Of course. That's why I'm here. Let's get it done.
Yay! Because I feel like yeah, hey Jay. It is. It's the same in Brazil. Yeah, it's just other parts of the world. It's like not really a big deal to show off your body, but I forget sometimes that we're in the country that people left England for because they were too puritanical for England. So
we still are. If I went out in a bikini right now, I think someone would probably call like the doctors and send me to a loony bin.
They'd be like, what is this? What's happening? This girl's obviously not okay.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's so funny. And I don't think about it. I just don't think about it, but it's so true because everybody else is like, excuse me. Okay. So this guy says hi, or no, this girl says hi. I need some advice. Female 38, met a guy, 30 male, a few years ago while gaming. We've become good gaming buddies and sometimes play a few nights a week. I'm in a long-term relationship, 10 plus years long, and am a mom. He's been with his girlfriend just over a year. We've done the usual put a face to the voice thing. And then like a few months later, he asks for another pic. I say no. He says, okay. Then a few weeks later, he asks me again. I say no again. A few months later, he asks for another one, a body pic. I say no. He says, please, just one. I ask why. And he keeps saying he wants to see what I look like, but he knows what I look like. Then a few more weeks, months will pass, and he will ask me again. I say no, and he replies with, please, just one. I want to see a body pic. You can delete after. It's starting to piss me off now. I just don't understand. I don't get it. I've never once in my life asked a guy for a pic, let alone a body pic. Oh, hun, you're a girl. He's a guy. I've had this crap ever since I started playing online games 6 years ago with other guys, and I'm fed up with it. I just want to have a laugh and play the game. I'm not interested in swapping pics. I don't care what my teammates look like, and I just want to play a game. Also, I don't know what body pic he is referring to, but I've not asked because I don't want to entertain it or even discuss it further. But honestly, why are men like this? Why do they do this? What do I do? Oh, you poor sweet summer child.
She's so naive. Dump the friendship, move the hell on. He ain't interested in being friends with your love. He's interested in getting your pics. And he's been angling this, like manipulating you into being friends and everything, and then trying to groom that friendship and make it develop into something else, where you send in pics, this, that, and the other. I applaud this lady for not falling for it and not sending those pictures in the first place, because I was waiting for you to turn around and say that she actually did send one in the end. I'm so glad that she hasn't fallen for that. The next step is to ghost the hell out of him and find someone else. There's plenty of other people in the world that are playing the same game as you. Find someone else. And men are just like that.
Yep.
A lot of men are just like that.
Yep.
She's like, why are men like this? It's just that they are. There's nothing you can do to change that. But what is in your control is how you react to it and what you do next. You either continue to be his friend, which essentially then at that point you're just co-signing his behavior, or you walk away.
Yeah.
And be like, no, this ain't for me. I'm just supposed to be a friend to you. Friends don't send pictures to other friends like this, that, and the other. You have no respect for me as a friend. Goodbye, loser.
I mean,
if you want pictures, go on freaking Pornhub, all right? Shit the bed, you know what I mean?
No, I mean, you're 100% right. You said it all. You said all of it. This guy wants to see naked pictures of you. You aren't friends. I understand it sucks. You want to be able to play games and have hobbies. And you know what? You will. There are other guys that you'll find to play with that will probably not ask you. But there's going to be a lot of that is the problem. You just have to be like, nope, see you later. But then occasionally there will be a guy here and there that are just want to play the game too and doesn't care if you're a girl and is not. You just can't really take it personally. You just have to, if you want to play the game, probably don't try to strike up friendships with these people because that's not what it's going to be. And they're always going to try to get naked pictures of you. Like, I mean, that's, yeah. I mean, that's really all it comes down to. Ashley said, I would be effed up and send pictures of ridiculous shit to piss them off. That's a good idea. That's a great, just start sending, like, I don't know. What's like a really good, you could just send you could send dick pics. You could be like, oh, you want to see a body pic? Here you go. Just some random dick pics online. Doesn't have to be anyone you know.
I just wouldn't even do that.
You're like, no, just see you later.
Block him and carry on playing the game. It's as simple as that. If he was your friend, he would never ask for those pictures in the first place because friends don't do that.
Exactly.
Ultimately. She's describing this person as his friend, as a friend. This person's not a friend. This person's a skis. Yeah.
I mean, that's 100%. You're wanting this to be something it's not. You got to move on.
Yeah. Move on.
Yeah. Yep.
Who else needs our advice?
Let's go. Oh my gosh, there are more. Okay. Is it weird that I constantly rewatch and reread the same movies, show, books over and over again and never once get tired of them? I develop this obsession I can't shake. I could read and watch The Hunger Games, Stranger Things, Scream, The Amazing Digital Circus. Ooh, what's that? The Walking Dead more over and over again and not get bored at all. I know it drives my family crazy. It's like I lose interest in one thing and pick up another. And this weird obsession starts all over, which usually lasts for 2 months before I move on. Is this normal?
Yes. I do it.
Same.
So what?
Yeah. Well, it's not a problem.
Now, it may be indicative of autism because I've got that. I'm autistic.
Oh.
And so, yeah.
Because I've also
been more now that you know.
Well, it's also apparently indicative of ADHD, which I have. So that, yeah, okay. And I know that there's a lot of overlap.
There's a lot of overlap with both conditions, yeah. But I like to binge watch Big Bang Theory, Lie to Me, Ashes to Ashes, Life on Mars. So yeah, and I could watch those and a couple of others and films in particular over and over again and never get bored of them at all. And I really don't care. It's what I like to watch and that's it. It is what it is. Although, oh my goodness, I took a leap and started watching Severance.
I've heard good things. Is it good?
Dude, it's amazing. Oh my goodness. Do you know what? I'm glad I started watching it now because the first season came out like 2-3 years ago. The second season is only just coming out now. damn, if I watched the first season, like when it first came out, I'd have been waiting years for the second one
I
and
hate when that
like
happens.
tearing my hair out. And so I'm glad I've got it at this point. It is amazing. It is fantastic. It is like nothing I've seen before. It's got shades of, you know how weird Twin Peaks is?
Yeah, I've heard of Twin Peaks. I've never actually watched it, but I know it's a weird show.
Yeah. I've watched it. But yeah, it's got that kind of weirdness to it. And it's the first kind of TV series that I've watched since Twin Peaks that has kind of captured that like weird thriller element to it. Very good. Ben Stiller, he actually directs the majority of these episodes.
Wow.
It's a fantastic director. I'm telling you, this thing is amazing.
And that's with Adam Scott, right? This Severance is Adam Scott. Yeah, yes. I keep hearing really good things about it. I didn't know that Ben Stiller directed a lot of the episodes. That's so interesting.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
It's insane. Season 2 is on now. The next episode's going to be released next Friday. I cannot wait. And yeah, I'm just really excited as to where all this is going. It's just, yeah. It's amazing. I just hope that when season 2 ends, we don't have to wait as long for season 3. Like,
oh
fingers
my God.
crossed. Oh.
Yes. Honestly, that drives me nuts. I'm reading right now Clive Barker, but when I was in high school, I discovered this book series by Clive Barker called Aberrat, and it's very much like his does a lot of horror writing, but this series was skewed more towards. I mean, I found it when I was in high school. It was skewed more towards like young adult, teenager, but still a lot of fantasy and horror elements. And I read the first one, and then I read the second one, and then he came out with the third one, and it has now been maybe 10, 15 years. And there's no fourth one. There's supposed to be a fourth one and a fifth one. And it ended on the craziest cliffhanger ever. And it's been 15 years and there's no fourth book. And I'm still really, really salty about it. Like I've been out of high school for so long and I'm still so salty about it. I have all the books. It's the worst. So yeah, having to wait 2 or 3 years for and then you forget everything that happened. You have to rewatch the first season before you get to the second one. We just rewatched, or I'm not sorry, not rewatch, but watch season 2 of the Squid Games. Have you seen it?
Season 3's coming.
I can't wait. I hope it comes soon. It said coming 2025, but don't make me wait till the end of it. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. Okay. That's not terrible. That's going to go by pretty quick.
Yeah, before we know it, with Love Megan's going to be released, or will it be? Who knows?
Shit, wait, which one is this?
Meghan Markle's new friendship cooking, whatever you want to call it, show on Netflix. It was originally supposed to be released beginning of this month, well, middle of this month actually, but it got delayed because of the LA fires, according to the official communication anyway. Delayed till beginning of March. But earlier on this week, Netflix did like a launch party for the series that are going to be released for 2025. And they released this trailer for it. Not one clip of Meg's show is in there. It's not mentioned whatsoever. And at the launch event, one of the comedians that were there that were hosting it actually took the piss out of Harry and Meghan in front of all the Netflix executives and the celebrities that were there and everything. He says, all you need to know, Netflix is done with those grifters. It's insane. So I wonder if this series is actually going to be released. It's already been pushed back once till March. Will it actually be released, or will it do a very hidden trick that Hollywood likes to do? When they create a series or a movie and they never release it, they then put it as a tax write-off. Netflix could easily do the same.
Oh my God. This one. That's true. They did that with, I think, was it Batwoman? They made that
Batgirl or Supergirl, something like that. Yeah.
It just never came out. They shelved it. They're like, yeah, we're not releasing it. And it just became a tax write-off. I honestly just want to see it just because I want to know. I just want to know. I want to know how bad it is, because I know it's bad. It can't be as bad as, did you watch? Oh God. I watched it probably towards the end of when it was in theaters. And it's one of the worst pieces of crap I think I've ever seen. Worse than Morbius, but was Craven. Did you watch Craven the Hunter?
Firstly, I did watch Morbius only because no. Actually, there's a specific, unique reason for this. My brother, who will remain unnamed, actually was involved in that film. He designed some of the clothes, the outfits
Okay,
that
well, that's
Jared
not on him.
Leto's
That part was
character
fine.
Morbius wears. And so, yeah, I went because of that. So I could see the clothes in action and what you'd designed and everything, which was pretty fun. Other than that, that film was shit. And
Yeah.
no, I did not watch Craven the Hunter
Oh
because I
so
know quite a few critics that get to see like the advanced screenings of these movies. And they like to warn me afterwards.
well, that's very nice
And they're
of them.
like, Craven, tell him to piss off, you cowbag, kind of in Stef style. You do not want to watch this rubbish whatsoever. And I'm like,
So bad.
that'll do. I mean, I do like Aaron Taylor Johnson,
Me
the guy
too.
that plays Craven.
Yeah.
He plays a fantastic character in Bullet Train. I think, he's quite violent but hilarious at the same time in that movie. And I thought he played an absolute blinder, but yeah.
I agree 100%. I loved Bullet Train. I thought it was so fun. We
So
left
cool.
the theaters, just being like, oh my God, it was a movie that didn't have any sort of agenda. It wasn't trying to do anything other than just, and I don't think it was like, an amazing work of art movie, but I just think it was a fun movie. Like, I
Yes.
just enjoyed myself through the whole thing. It was a ridiculous action movie. It was exactly what it was supposed to be. It was, like you said, it was violent. It was funny. I really, really liked it. And we haven't gotten a lot like that in a while.
I was really lucky, actually. About 3-4 years ago now, I went to CinemaCon in Las Vegas and they showed like the first 10-15 minutes of the film before it was even released, of Bullet Train. And I was totally hyped for it. I was like, once this thing is released, I'm going to the cinema. Those days, it was COVID days. Even my freaking mask on, I will go to the sodding cinema to see this thing because it looks like my kind of film, and it is. And as soon as it came out on digital, I got that thing straight away. Like another film, more recent, that I absolutely love. I love the Sonic the Hedgehog films.
Me too. Yes, we saw that first before we watched Craven, and we left it, and it was so much fun. All of the Sonic movies so far. Again, just so much fun. Exactly what they're supposed to be. That's how you make a video game movie. You make it in the spirit of the video game.
Correct. And there's so many Easter eggs in Sonic 3. It's unreal. It's so cool to see. And Sonic 3, actually, it's been announced. It's the second highest grossing video game film of all time.
Wow.
Yeah, it's broken that barrier. But
them.
the dance sequence between Doctor and Grandpa Robotnik
with the lasers.
Yeah, it's been memed now. Have you seen the one where they're dancing to one of the Power Rangers theme tunes? I think it's like the SPD one or something like that.
No,
it is so much fun.
Oh,
and there's
I love
another
that.
one that's making the rounds where there's just no music at all, and you just hear like the sound of the squeakiness as the feet are being dragged on the floor to the as they're dancing. The internet wins as always.
Oh, it's so good. You know what? We should have expected memes to be made of that. I got to go find those. I did see someone tweet that and say something along the lines of, did this movie need this scene? Absolutely not. Was it one of my favorite scenes? Absolutely. And I was just like, yes. Also, it made no sense because they're doing it through there and they have the reflective suit on that makes it so the lasers don't go through them or hit them, but it's not on their head. You're telling me the laser wouldn't hit any of them in the head at any point, but it doesn't matter. You're watching it and you're like, this is so stupid, but it just doesn't matter. This is so fun.
I mean, the thing is, never mind questioning why the lasers aren't recognizing their head. How about literally a talking blue, fast as hell hedgehog on planet Earth? That's the thing that really doesn't make sense. Really, you want to die on the hill of, well, the lasers should have recognized the heads, but it didn't. Why? It's not an accurate film now, is it? Come on. That's the hill you want to die on when it comes to Sonic 3. Get a freaking life. But yeah, I'm really excited that Sonic 4 is going to go ahead. I'm not going to spoil the after credit kind of scene, but I'm really, really excited with the new character that's going to be introduced in Sonic 4, presumably, and another character that's coming back to Sonic 4. Again,
Ooh.
I'm not going to spoil the after credit scenes or all like that. But yeah, it's
Yeah, it's fun.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
just fun.
yeah. Yeah, it's fun. I love the Sonic films, but yeah, going back to the person that needed advice, it's absolutely fine. Watch what you want to watch, however many
Yes.
times you want to watch it. Go
Yes.
nuts, not literally, but you know what I mean. And have fun. Have fun. You watch what you want to watch. It's what you like. There's nothing wrong with it.
Yes.
Game on.
Yes, I agree. I watch the same stuff over and over too, and it's probably an ADHD thing mixed with an anxiety thing, or just we like what we like. Like there are certain shows that just scratch an itch for me that I can never really find. Like I like watching new stuff as well. I like to find new shows and new movies and things to watch. But a lot of the time, also when I'm watching things, I'm also doing something else. I'm not just watching. I don't have time to sit down and just watch TV that often. I'm usually doing something else while the TV's on. So it makes more sense if it's something I've already seen that I don't have to watch closely. It's kind of just background noise while I'm working on something else or editing or doing whatever it is that I'm doing. So if I actually sit down to watch a movie, yeah, I'll sometimes watch something new. But there are, someone said in the chat earlier, Lord of the Rings, man, I'm rewatching those at least once a year, the extended edition every year. And I'm sitting down and I'm watching those movies because they're my favorite fucking movies. Like my favorite, my absolute favorite. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Your family can bugger off.
Pretty much at this point. Who else needs our advice?
Oh God, everyone.
Who else needs to be told to bugger off?
All right. Ooh, uh-oh. This girl said, 24 female, invited my mother over to my apartment so she could meet my new boyfriend, who's 26-year-old male. She's a very religious woman and isn't happy about me living with and having sex with a man I'm not married to, and has made her views very clear since the moment I brought him up. Excuse me. Regardless, I found it important for them to at least meet once. During lunch, she excused herself to the restroom. My apartment is quite small, so my bathroom is an ensuite. She was in there for a while, but I didn't think too much of it. She left, and that evening, when my boyfriend and I were about to have sex, he opened our bedside table, and every single toy was gone. It's impossible that they would have gotten misplaced. They get cleaned and put right back into the drawer every single night. I had a gut feeling, so I called my mother the next morning to ask if she'd taken anything out of the bedroom. She confessed, saying she snooped in our bedroom and found the sex toys, took them, and threw them away in the apartment dumpsters. Her reasoning was that my relationship was sinful enough, using toys is even worse, so as a punishment, she discarded them. It wasn't just a simple vibrator or dildo throughout. Our toys were an Adam and Eve collection that costs roughly $600 combined. Oh, I know how much toys can cost. This turned into a yelling match. I'm a full-grown woman with my own place and life. She has no right to steal and dump my property that I have spent my own money on. She used her religious beliefs against my statement. I demanded that she pay me back every single dollar that the toys cost. She's refusing to and is now ignoring my texts and calls. I just don't know where to go from here. I can't just let this go. Oh, Lord.
Okay, you have to. Yeah. What's happened. She went into your apartment, she stole your items, and then discarded them, and you can't get them back. You, easier said than done, have to let go of the anger and the frustration. And you have to look at this logically and be like, okay, what do I do to ensure that this does not happen again? And for me, it would be you don't let her back into your apartment.
Yeah.
You can't trust her. Just don't let her back into the apartment. Don't shut her out of your life because ultimately she's your mum. You can't choose who your mum is. She gave birth to you. That is what it is, right? I mean, do you if you want to disown her, fair play, okay? All right, whatever. But yeah, there's no point being angry anymore because it's done. You're just wasting energy at that point. So instead, redirect it into letting that go and be like, right, what can I do to stop it from happening again? She just don't come to me the apartment anymore. And you lay down the ground rules on that. You turn around and you say, look, I'm an adult now. I make my own choices in life. You may disagree with them, and that's absolutely fine. That is your right. But it's my right to live my life the way that I want to live.
Mm-hmm.
And until further notice, you ain't stepping anywhere near my home. You're not getting in. And that's it. And then, do you know what? Have fun building up your collection again. go online with your boyfriend and have little sexy nights, looking in front of either the TV screen if you've got your laptop hooked up to TV, or on your laptop or computer or whatever, and have fun shopping for new toys.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I agree 100%. There's literally everything you said. There's nothing you can do about it. You're just going to have to not invite her over and tell her, like, look, the reason that you're not going to be allowed in my house anymore is this, and this is why you can't respect my boundaries. So from now on, if we see each other, it's going to be outside of my apartment. And that's that. Yeah, I agree. She does. She has to let it go. Although I do like what Frank is saying in the chat. He said, burn her Bible and pee in her holy water. I don't think that that's a terrible idea.
No, I think it's a terrible idea. I think that would inflame the situation further. You want to calm shit down, all right? Not amp the shit up here.
I would have so much
fun. To be
fun
fair, she could just get a new Bible anyway from the church and it not cost a thing. So really, in the grand scheme of things, yeah, exactly. You're not harming her. Plus, as well, peeing in the holy water. To be fair, the holy water is contaminated anyway because everyone dips their finger in. And so as soon as someone's dipped the finger in, it's then contaminated, isn't it? And so many other people dipping in, like, no, the contamination's already there. You don't have to spice it up with pee. Leave them to it. These are the people. I mean, I was brought up a Roman Catholic. I'm an atheist now. Believe what you want to believe. Freedom of choice. Not a problem with that, okay? But Roman Catholics believe in cannibalism.
Wait, what?
What do you think the Holy fucking Communion is?
Oh, that's right. It's the body of Christ.
And the blood of Christ.
Oh, yeah. I've heard that before.
They're literally eating the body of Christ and drinking the blood of Christ. When you eat the body of someone that's human, what are they generally called?
I guess that's true. That's a good point. You know, I never thought about it because, look, I don't know that much about religion because I wasn't raised with it at all. So I'm finding out as I've grown up a little bit, bits and pieces. But the problem is there's so many different religions and so many of them are like really different that I hear different things for each one. And I'm still, as an adult, being like, wait, I'm sorry, what now?
there are different things for each one, right? For Roman Catholicism, MA says, so I guess Armie Hammer wasn't that weird after all. Well, yeah, because billions of Catholics do this every weekend, fulfilling their cannibalistic fantasies by eating the body of Christ and drinking the blood of Christ. And this is the thing. This isn't even a piss take because Danny says, well, it's symbolic, moving on. No, it's not symbolic. Not for Roman Catholicism.
Wait, really?
Because for Roman Catholicism, now let me drop you some knowledge here, okay? They believe in what's called transubstantiation. Look it up. So transubstantiation. So what happens during Catholic Mass is the priest does the whole ritual of blessing the wafers and the wine and doing this religious, ritualistic kind of thing behind it. This whole ritual enables what's called transubstantiation to take place, which is this thing of literally following this ritual to allow the wafer and the wine to turn into the literal body and blood of Christ. So this is not symbolic for Catholics. They literally call it something. It's called transubstantiation. Look it up.
I have not heard of any of this.
Literally, yeah. And the reason why I know this is because, yes, I was raised up as a Roman Catholic. I went to a freaking all-girls Catholic school for 7-8 years. They shoved that Bible down my throat so far. Freaking, I still need an operation to take that thing out of me. But, digress. But, yeah, I am very much aware of the Catholic faith. And so, yeah, every weekend when they go up for communion, sorry, they're being cannibals by their own definition. with their whole thing of transubstantiation.
I don't know if it's just because I got a lot of my religious, what's like education from movies, but I always thought the Catholic religion was the most chill because I watched Boondock Saints.
This is the thing. All religions, okay, have an element of being chill and have an element of being extremist in one way, shape, or form.
Because anything can be extreme, right?
Exactly. And so they've each got the pros and cons, this, that, and the other. The way I see it is this: look, be who you want to be, believe what you want to believe, okay? But then respect other people's freedoms to be who they want to be, and believe who they want to believe.
Oh, thank you, backhand, for telling me. Yeah, I feel that I'm mostly a live and let live type of person. Just
But
in
don't
general.
tell me that Catholics that go to church and partake in the communion every mass are not cannibals, when by their own definition of transubstantiation, it literally means that they are eating the body of Christ and drinking his blood.
Russell for 2 did all right. So this is for over on Schmumble. Russell, thank you for the Schmumble rant. For 2, he said transubstantiation is not cannibalism. That's a sophomoric take. Discuss.
No.
No.
because the whole definition of transubstantiation is literally the ritual in Catholic mass of turning the wafer and the wine into the literal body and blood of Christ.
I can't say anything.
So
you would know better than me because I've never read the Bible.
Yeah. So when you've got Catholics literally believing that they are eating the body of Christ and drinking his blood at mass, you tell me what that is. Is that not cannibalism? If not, what is it? You can't square that circle. And John, no, I'm not going to shut my religious ass because I don't have a religious ass to begin with. I'm quite atheist, so there we go.
She said she's not religious.
And I respect all religions and the beliefs. But you can't turn around and tell me I'm wrong.
Courtney
because
said,
I'm not on this. By Catholics' own definition, transubstantiation occurs at communion when they turn the wafer and the wine into body and blood of Christ.
Courtney did say the word transubstantiation literally means to change substance, implying the belief that some sort of change has taken place during communion.
Correct. In this instance, for Catholics, the definition is that the wafer and the wine gets literally changed into the body and blood of Christ. Physically, literally, the whole lot. Now, do you want to partake in that communion? Fair enough. That's your right. That's your belief. That's your freedom. But based on that Catholics are supposed to believe in transubstantiation, if you're eating the body of Christ, if you're eating anybody, what does that make you?
I mean, I guess you learn something new every day. I've literally never heard of this before. I did not know this was a thing. Like, none of it. I know that they do that, the body of Christ, the blah, blah, blah. But yeah, I also thought it was like a symbolic thing I guess I just never really thought about it.
For some it is. So for Protestants, this is where the Great Schism comes from. The biggest kind of main difference of belief between Protestants and Catholics is essentially the communion. Whereas Catholics believe in transubstantiation, Protestants believe that it's symbolic. It doesn't actually transform.
Okay. So to them, it's just basically saying the body of Christ is feeding you. I feel like I heard that somewhere. Like where it's like Christ is feeding you. Like that's the whole point. Like he's feeding you with his body or something. But I don't know if that's true. I feel like I just heard that somewhere.
No, there is an element of that in religious belief. Absolutely.
Okay.
But yeah, there are other religions from the Abrahamic kind of line within Christianity that believe that at communion it is symbolic rather than transubstantiation actually happening.
Interesting.
Transubstantiation, to my knowledge, is really exclusively held by Catholicism. By my knowledge, I may be wrong, and if I am, please correct me in the chat. But yeah, and for those in the chat, we can disagree respectfully. It's absolutely fine by me.
Yeah,
not a problem.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. It's fine to disagree 100%. Russell Hall with another 5. I'm not in the mood to argue theology. I can never argue it because I don't know anything about it. So I'll just cheat and point out that Catholics believe Jesus to be a divine being who was once human, but is no longer human. Thus, his flesh is not human flesh. See, there are so many things.
You can't square that circle. You can't. It's like, you know, the thing is, the religions turn around and say that Jesus is the Son of God, but that he's also God as well.
Yeah, see,
that he's human, but he's also divine, this, that, and the other. And it's like, no, you can't have it both ways as far as I'm concerned. And so, yeah, and, you know, being omnipotent and omniscience and all this lot, again, being all those things are quite, it creates a contradictory being that's so contradictory that it defies belief and logic as to how it could exist in the first place. And so, yeah, no, the Bible turns around and says that Jesus was a human being. That Jesus was born from a human mother into this world by immaculate conception. Okay. But he was still born into this world. He was still flesh and blood. He was still human. He still bled on that cross.
So when he died,
felt feelings and he was hurt.
When he died, did he go to heaven and become like an angel, just like wait, no, do people become angels or they just go to heaven in their spirits? See, it's so confusing to me.
So paraphrasing here, Jesus dies on the cross. They take him down. They bury him. On the third day, or something along those lines, he rises up from the grave and ascends into heaven. I think known as the Great Ascension or something along those lines, if I remember rightly. Again, forgive me, it's nearly 4 o'clock in the morning, guys. My brain's on fumes.
Thank you for staying this long. I know you said you could only do an hour. You're so amazing.
I'm
Thank you.
Okay, it's cool. And so he ascended up into heaven after 3 days, where he died on the cross, to take his place at God's side. But again, that's a little bit kind of skew-iffy because is he the Son of God? Is he actually God? Is he? They say he's part of God, but then he's the Son of God, and it's like there's no actual kind of definitive kind of description as to who Jesus, the divine being, actually is.
Okay.
Because there's so many interpretations of it. And the Bible actually isn't the full Bible. There are different gospels that aren't even included because there was, I believe it was the Council of Nicaea that got together and decided which gospels and which books were going to be included in the Bible and which were going to be discarded. So there's gospels out there and books out there that no one knows about that have been discarded because it didn't follow the Council of Nicaea's kind of narrative as to what the Bible should have been about in the first place.
Huh. Yeah, see, it always, every time I hear something about it, it gets more and more confusing.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm just like, yeah, all right, it's not for me. It's never been for me. It doesn't make any sense, and I think that's why I'm just like, all right. But Sam Adams for 5 said replacing human and animal sacrifice took a little magic. Hey Zia, any interest in religious rituals in Hawaii? Oh yeah, Sam Adams. Once a year I go and sacrifice a virgin to the volcano. That's why I have such nice skin.
I need to do that one day.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. You just go over there, you find a virgin, you throw them in, Pele eats them up. YouTube, just in case you didn't know, this was a joke. This we're joking. Not actually, just in case you're freaking out over there. We don't actually sacrifice virgins. Russell Hall also for 2 said, if you eat a ghost, is that cannibalism? Jesus transcended. He was flesh and blood, but he is no longer flesh and blood. He is more like a spirit. So he's like a ghost. Wait a second. So you're telling me in the Bible that ghosts exist? I like that.
Yeah.
I'm here for it. Who was it? Oh, MA asked, she said in the chat, she wants to know why those wafers taste like the egg, or like the egg carton stuff.
I don't know. It just does. It just does.
I've never had one. I've never had it. Do they? Okay, here's my other question before we see if there's any more unqualified experting. Do they give kids the wine or do they give them juice?
Oh no, it's wine. Well, it was back in my day. I don't know what it is now.
Really? They
but
give kids
back in
wine?
my day, yeah. I had my Holy Communion when I was about, I want to say 9-10 years old, and yeah, no, that there was wine in there. And then when I went to secondary school, and it was an all-girls Catholic school then for like 7 years, again at communion, it was wine. But actually, I'm grateful that I went to that all-girls Catholic school, because that actually made me go atheist. In sixth form, which is the years between you're 16 and 18 years old in the UK, I was able to start studying philosophy as a subject for my school qualifications. Yeah. And the teacher there, he changed my life when he introduced me to existentialism and Jean-Paul Sartre in particular. Jean-Paul Sartre wrote this essay called Existentialism as a Humanism, and in it he says, God is dead, everything is permitted. And as soon as I read that, like a light bulb went off in my head, and I'm like, I never even considered the notion that God doesn't exist.
Right,
God is
because
dead,
if you're
everything's
raised
permitted.
thinking that it absolutely exists, it's like when you find
Correct.
out that Santa Claus isn't real.
Correct. I mean, I was the typical kind of poster Catholic little girl, you know, going to mass all the time, being in the choir, doing the readings at every mass, volunteering, so much, right? And then sixth form comes along and this little book comes into my life, and I'm there thinking, I might just have to rethink my whole view of the world right now. And I did, and I'm grateful for it. So yeah, that was like a book that changed my life. How about you? What was a book that changed your life, Xia?
Oh, God, for me, it was The Hobbit. This is a much simpler answer. I've always, I feel like, struggled with existentialism since I was a kid. The notion that we could at one day just not exist used to fuck me up as a kid. I was like, there's going to be, because you'll never know what it's like to not exist. Even though, like, when you think back to a time before you were born, right? Did you remember anything? No, it's just going to be that again, but you can't fathom it because as far as you've been conscious, right? So that kind of stuff used to really mess me up as a kid and everything. And like I said, I wasn't raised with any religion. My dad was raised Catholic as well, and also read the Bible multiple times, cover to cover, and was like, yeah, I'm not raising my kids with this. So we just weren't raised that way. And I had religious cousins, so I had been to church a few times, and I was kind of like, this is not for me. Whatever floats your boat, but this is not my thing. It's just, I have too many questions. It doesn't make any sense. So yeah, for me, it was The Hobbit. I remember I was about 8 years old when I read that book. And it was kind of, because before that, I read a lot of Goosebumps and Fear Street and stuff like that. It was, I think, what got me into like epic fantasies. And that was kind of the start of my obsession with that kind of stuff. You know?
Oh, helicopter gunship in the chats caught my eye. For me, it was Crime and Punishment. Wow.
Oh, that's a good one.
Impressive.
Very impressive.
Very impressive, that one.
Helicopter Gunship is also from the UK. So he is I don't know exactly what part, though.
Hey, fair play. UK represent. Do we have one more
We can do one more.
Before I go,
We can
unqualified
do one
expert
more.
advice
Thank you for
situation.
staying. Okay. So my girlfriend, 24 female, constantly gets annoyed when I, 24-year-old male, want to go do my hobby, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Ugh. We've been living together for 2 years and have been together for 3 years. When I want to go train, especially on weekends, she gets annoyed and frustrated because I'm not spending time with her. I'm literally only asking for 1 hour out of the day. I said I would spend the rest of the day with her, but she gets annoyed. It's like she's getting jealous that I have a hobby. I've tried everything from inviting her to come to compromising on other things, but I don't see why it's turning into a drama. I know I'm not going to stop my hobby, otherwise, I'll grow resentment. It feels like a lose lose. Is there any way to fix this?
Dumper.
Oof. Yeah, man. No,
She's trying to control you,
not cool.
trying to turn you into something else. She's trying to stop you from doing what you like to do.
Yeah.
If she loved you and really cared for you, she'd encourage it, especially something like that that is giving you a lot of strength and a lot of health benefits as well. You know, it's making you active,
Yeah.
healthy, stronger. She should be encouraging that, and she's not. And that's like the warning bells for me, the alarm bells. And so dump her
Yeah.
and find someone that doesn't make you feel guilty or a certain kind of way for you doing something you enjoy. Because I bet when he goes to these sessions that he feels guilty, that he feels nervous, that he's on edge, thinking, okay, what am I going to get when I get back home? Blah, 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 blah. It shouldn't be like that.
No.
Shouldn't be like that. Dump her.
Yeah. I agree. This isn't going to go anywhere good. I think that what you're going to need to do is sit down with her and either tell her, look, we need to work this out and you need to go to therapy and we need to figure whatever this is out. Otherwise, we're done. I'm not saying like immediately throw away 3 years if you don't want to. If you really love her, it's worth trying to work through things. That being said, you have to give it a time limit. And if it doesn't start to get better, maybe you have to get out, because that's not a relationship that you want to be in. Like, you're allowed to have hobbies, you're allowed to have separate hobbies, you're allowed to have other things that you enjoy doing. And if they're making you feel bad about it or stopping you from doing it, it's a completely different thing if this is an obsession that the other person is doing where it's actually interfering with their daily life. That's a whole other issue. If he's going for 1 hour out of the day, 1 hour, yeah, no. And also something that is a good skill to have. It's something that's good for your mental health. Having hobbies in general is good for your mental health. And also, it's good to do separate things like that so you can come back together and talk about it.
Yeah.
Like, it enriches your relationship. It's better. It's like when you spend time apart, then you're excited to see them again and be like, oh, I got to tell you about what happened. I got to tell you about all this stuff. I used to do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I freaking loved it. She should try it. She might love it. It's nice of him to invite her. I think that was like a nice thing to do. But yeah, I think he either needs to sit down and tell her, hey, look, this isn't going to work out. Unless you like get a handle on this. So we need to figure this out. Like, he could at least do that. But if it's not, leave him.
Yeah. Bye, that shit. There
Yeah.
you go.
Get the hell out of here.
Done and dusted. On that bombshell, I am going to have to leave. It's nearing 4 o'clock in the morning. Zia, though, thank you so much for inviting me on. It was so much fun again. Hopefully it won't be too long until I'm back next time.
Yeah, let's definitely do this sooner. Thank you so much for coming on and staying up until 4 a.m. Again, where can everybody find you to go follow you? You've got your new channel where everybody can go sub.
Yeah, I mean, you can follow me on Stef the Alter Nerd. I've just launched a brand new channel, Political Nerds. And yeah, I just really appreciate it if you guys can subscribe and follow me there as I build that channel up. You guys are amazing. Thank you so, so much for the warm welcome and your kindness and your support in the chat. I know we've disagreed at times, but that's absolutely fine. Disagreement's okay. That's healthy. That's good. I like that. But yeah, guys, enjoy the rest of the live stream here with Zia. I think it'll be like 1 more hour and then it'll officially be your birthday in your time zone.
Oh my God, you're right. Yes, you're absolutely right. Oh my God, what the hell happened?
Get to that cat cow milestone, guys, for her birthday and beyond. And
well, I am streaming tomorrow night. So K-Max said, all right. Do you mind saying for one more, Well, it's kind of, this is a tough one to get into, K-Max. It's kind of a long one, and it is 4 a.m. He did say also, thank you so much, K-Max, for the golden shower boy. Just very quickly, and then you can comment on it if you want, or just hop off. Either way is cool. J.K. Rowling, the British writer of the Harry Potter series, yes, is one of the few liberals speaking out on the transgender issues. Steph's view of the hysteria. She actually did bring this up earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's earlier in it. She did bring it up.
Yeah. I agree with J.K. Rowling in the sense of there is biological sex of male and female. That's scientific. You can't get away from that. But what you also can't get away from is the fact that people identify in different ways as to what their gender and their identity actually is. Born males identify as females and vice versa. Some don't identify as anything and consider themselves non-binary. Totally fine. Not got a problem with any of that.
Mm-hmm.
My problem comes when it's encroaching then on people's freedom to be who they want to be and be safe and act how they want to act. And it starts encroaching on things like that. That's when I then have a problem. But there's nothing wrong in turning around and saying there are two genders biologically, scientifically, male and female, because that's true. That's scientific fact.
Yeah.
You can't argue with the science there. That's it. There's nothing bigoted or nasty in saying that. Especially when in the same breath you turn around and say, but hang on a minute, I also recognise that regardless of that, people identify in different ways regardless of what they were born as. That's okay.
Mm-hmm.
But there are two biological genders, male and female. That's it. But apparently it's like controversial and wrong to say that. You get called a TERF and a bigot, this, that, and the other.
Even if you're not hating on them, that's what's so interesting to me is like, you're just not you're not hating. You're not being like, I hate them. They can't exist. Fuck them. You're just saying, look, there are two genders and we need to have a discussion about this. I'm not saying they can't identify this way, but when it comes to changing rooms and things like that, we got to talk about this. All right.
Yeah.
Which I don't think is crazy.
Why are people so scared to have discussions these days? It just baffles me mind.
Yeah. People don't do well at disagreeing. It's interesting.
Especially on the internet age, if you're not with them, then you're against them, and it's so binary and so black and white that it just angers me. It's like, no, why can't people come into the middle? Why can't people come to the negotiation table and just compromise, learn from each other, not be so scared of each other, and talk? And see what can come up. Like, I mean,
I like that.
No harm in doing that. But there's no harm in stating a scientific fact.
Also true.
It's simple as. But yeah, on that bombshell, unless there's else.
No, that's it. That's it. Thank you so much for staying and discussing that. You are awesome. Everybody go follow and subscribe to Stef and support her on her channel. She's building a new one. And I will be there on Monday. Can I say that?
Not on that channel. It's
on a different channel.
Another channel. But yeah.
There's so many channels.
Monday we're doing another little collaboration. But
I will promote it.
More info on that soon, guys. But Xia, thank you so much for inviting me. Hopefully it won't be too long next time until I'm back on here having more fun with you. Yes. But guys, get to that cat cow milestone, because I want to see that on the replay. Love you guys. Thank you so much. Later's hon.
Bye. Oh, that was so much fun. We got into some deep discussions, which I honestly do think is really fun sometimes. I know I don't normally do that on the channel, but I do think it's really interesting. I think it's really interesting to talk about that kind of stuff. Yeah, that was freaking awesome. We love Stef. Oh my God. That was so much fun. I got to make sure, you know what? I got to, hold on. Gotta do that off the stream. Holy, for Pete's sake. Anyway, yeah, that was awesome, you guys. Thank you so much. Holy moly. I can't believe it's gonna be it's gonna be what? Yeah, we're at what? It's 2:39. 2:39, something like that. But we don't have to worry. I'm streaming tomorrow. We can talk about butts or something for a while to reset you back to normal. I like it. That's a great idea. Let's talk about some butts. I love unqualified experting as well. It's so much fun. I feel like we answered so many good questions, and she was spot on with all of those, in my opinion. I feel like all of it was spot on. You know what we'll do? You know what we'll do right now? An hour before I'm old enough to drink. Franklin, this is why I love you. Okay. Hi, Justin. Welcome to the stream. Courtney is here. Yes. Butts. Let's talk about butts. Hold on. We're going to do a little bit of party cheeking. We're going to party cheek it up. We haven't done a party cheek in a minute. Party cheek. We're going to party all the time. My cheek likes to party all the time. Party all the time. Party all the time. My cheek likes to. Ashley does have a butt. It's a good butt from what I've seen. From all of the butt I've seen. Courtney also has a great butt. It's a great butt. It's a great day. It's a good butt. Oh, XM202 unqualified snacking. Oh my God. Should we do a one birthday snack? Should we? It's early, but we could try. Franklin, we could try a cookie. Wait, backhand, what's anime solo leveling? What show is this? Tell me more. Go on. Yeah, we got to do party cheek. Party cheek is celebrating my birthday. I know I'm streaming tomorrow too. Oh my gosh. Franklin, I think we should do it. Hi, Melvin. Welcome to the stream. Ooh, Melvin. That sounds like I can't swear it doesn't work on here. Damn it. Fright Club. Thank you. All right, we're trying a cookie. We're going to try a birthday cookie. Let's do it. Franklin, let's do it. We're going to eat a cookie. K-Ron, what's up? Welcome to the stream. I know, Melvin, I'm so sad. Hi, AV Tom. Hi, Isabella. Thank you so much. K-Ron, thank you. I'm about to add a cookie to it. Yes, so no stream on Sunday. We are doing the birthday snack streaming tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern. And then I am streaming again on Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern. Then no stream Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, because I'm getting, thank you so much. Helicopter gunship. I know it's I don't mind talking about politics at all. Because it can be very interesting, but I typically don't ever talk about politics, or not that much. I mean, I guess a lot of people know where I stand on politics and religion, but I just don't ever really bring it up all that much. So yeah, it's like, I always I don't know. I forget how to talk about it because I don't talk about it. And my problem is I'm not super informed on stuff. I'm not informed on a lot of things. So I'm like, I don't know if I can really speak on this. I got my opinions, but I'm really bad. I'm really bad because I just don't know enough about it. I'm always like, yeah, that sounds like it makes sense. And that's as far as I ever get with it. But I do think it can be really fun and really interesting sometimes. But yeah, Deanna, that's what I like about it. Everybody was really respectful. Hold on. Courtney, you got cheese in the mail? I'm sorry. What kind of cheese? Please tell me what kind of cheese. I need to know all about your types of cheese. I'm hold on. I'm going to grab cookie. I don't mind the politics too, but I'm a lefty, so I get riled up. Helicopter gunship, you were great. I feel like you were very respectful, 100%, which I love that too. See, I'm always considered myself, I know I talked about this before, I always consider myself very liberal. But I guess on some things I fall more on the right side than the left. But I always felt like with most things, I was more on the liberal side. But I guess some stuff not. I don't know. I guess I'm kind of in the middle. I guess I'm kind of a centrist. That's approaching it from a much healthier perspective than a lot of people. So many people speak when they should learn more first. Yeah, that's why I really don't talk about stuff very much, because I'm like, man, I don't fucking know. I don't know shit. Hi, what's up, Johan? All right, I'm going to try cookies, you guys. I'll be right back. I'm going to grab a cookie and we're going to try them. Yeah. Helicopter gunship, of course. You're wonderful. Okay. still here too. Zia's Fit Bum That's Not Stinky is in the chat. I got excited. Courtney, by the way, Nick just sent you a link because you're in the chat and you're beautiful and we love you. If you want to hop in, also no pressure. If you're like, I'm not camera ready and I don't want to do this, that's also all good. But if you want to, you can hop on and hang out with us for a little while. Thank you, Backhand. Look at these birthday cookies, you guys. Do you think they're all different flavors or they just have different toppings? That's my question. I can't tell if they're different flavors or not. But we're going to try them. Let's try the M&M one first. Oh, I don't know what the cheese is. Oh, this is good. We just have to eat them all, I guess. I'm down. I'm only half a bum right now. I bet you look beautiful even when you're a bum. I know you do. Yeah, the softer cheese. That's so good. How do you make an Oreo even more delicious and better? You cover it in chocolate. Oh, Frank, thank you so much. That's just delightful. Can you pass me the headphones again? Oh my God. All right, let's try this one. I think it's just white chocolate. What happened?
Someone said the floor management popped in.
Yeah, Nick is a floor manager.
Oh, yeah.
That's true. Zia's Fit Bum Courtney is very cool. Backhand, I did not get an ice cream cake, but we should get one for tomorrow. Tara Crystal! Dan, that's why I love these shows. You never know where you're going to end up. There can be cheese and great fun people plus boobs, kind of everything you need right here. Dan, that makes me so happy. Honestly, that's all I ever want. That's all I ever want is to supply you guys with boobs and cheese and cookies and fun conversation. And it makes me so happy. It makes me so happy. Oh, look at that. Everybody says hi to Nick. Corner hands. I am too busy being fat. I'll get an ice cream cake. RDP, no plans for my birthday tomorrow. Oh, yeah, you didn't. Who do you think I was talking to when I said Zia's Fit Bum Not Stinky? Yeah, Zia's Fit Bum is in the chat, and she ain't stinky. There's a fit bum right there. So tomorrow, XiaLand, why are you in chat? That's producer Nick. He's saying hi to everybody. Tomorrow I am actually just going to shoot content and get some work done because I'm a little bit behind. I still haven't quite gotten to everything that I needed to get done. So I'm going to finish that tomorrow because I got my arms lasered today. I'm still working on some sun damage that I've been dealing with. Because, you know, Hi, Nick. Sorry about the raccoons, said Frank. Don't you apologize, Franklin. They're beautiful. They're beautiful, happy little raccoons. And I have another one on Tuesday. So I have to get all of my stuff shot before Tuesday. Otherwise, I'm going to be really behind. So tomorrow, I'm just going to shoot content. And then I'm going to, what was I going to say? Stream. And then on Sunday, we're going to get dinner. Helicopter gunship tomorrow, normal time tomorrow, backhand 9 p.m. Helicopter gunship like this one. Franklin, they have the best home. That one's yours. This one says happy birthday. This looks like a thick boy. It's a thick boy. Backhand just went okie dokie. Fright Club said hello, producer Nick. Hope all is going well. He did one of these. He did one of the Hello Miss America. Zia's bum, the opposite of Eliza Blue's bum. Oh, that's nice. Ooh, is this like dark chocolate? Why is this so good? What? Johan, I've had my tongue in his mouth.
What?
K-Max, it is, right? It's like right after Christmas.
You log tracking this for your diet?
No, it's no more. They're all Oreo based. They're all Oreos. There's no more diet now until after my birthday.
No, you know.
You have to take them away from me. No, don't leave them here. What's wrong with you? They're so good. Mmm. 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 Yeah, I don't think YouTube will like me sitting on them. Fright Club, it's true. It's so true. Because you're on a diet, so anything with sugar will taste amazing. Like you're starving and have a Ritz cracker. That would be the best damn cracker you've ever had. Ritz crackers are freaking delicious. Fright Club. Son, hi, Nick's hands. Nick, please. Saw, that's so nice of you. Thank you so much. I honestly was torn tomorrow on whether or not I wanted to send a link out to everybody. Yeah, that's Rikishi. I know. It's Rikishi Stinkface in the chat. He's the homie. He just wants more Zeta love. Ain't nothing wrong with that. No. Oh my God, Frank. I love that. So 2 of the boxes are different, but no, I'm sorry. Yeah, 1 of the boxes is different. 2 of them are the same. It's so dangerous. They're so delightful. Hi, Hatebreed. Welcome to the stream. Oh God, Franklin, seriously, thank you so much. And then there's the truffles. I just want to like rub them on my face. I'm literally plotting a way to steal that licked white cookie. Hey, at least you're not asking me to put things in my butt and then send it to you after that, because that's been done. People have asked me that. Hi, Delta Dan. Welcome to the stream. Honestly, Delta Dan, the bottoms aren't the problem. These bottoms everything fits very well. This is a very well-fitting YouTube. This is a very well-fitting bikini. We're just keeping an eye on the tops. We're keeping an eye on the gals. Zia crushing to get rejected from entering an Uber like that rapper. Wait, what? Oh, cruising. Wait, what rapper got? Oh, the lady. Oh, no. Nick said, you mean the buffalo? Frank said, how much is that? Franklin, come on. You of all people should know. 10,000 for butt stuff. I'm just kidding. But someone actually asked me that they wanted me to fart on a jacket. They wanted to send me a jacket. They wanted me to fart on the jacket, and then they wanted me to send it back. And I was like, they wanted me to fart on it for 2 weeks. They wanted 2 weeks worth of farts and to sit on this jacket and stream it. That's what's happening. That's my life. Yeah, it was sent. Link's been sent. Hi, Grim. Happy Friday. Welcome to the stream. Yes, a jacket. The one who once jumped into the air and got stuck. Freeze frame. It's like this. Freeze frame with the legs up in the air. Out like this. Like that. Freeze frame. Like that. That out. I hit the left. I'm trying to freeze frame, Nick. I'm trying to do the freeze frame. You know what I'm saying? Freeze frame. Those are really cool. Johan, this was well before I did anything like that. So don't even get me started. I get less requests, like weird, kind of strange, degenerate requests now than I did before I started doing anything like this. So let's just start right there, sir. Let's just start right there. Wait, what? I was the only one? I'm sorry. I was the only one? Oh my gosh. Wicked, X-Ray, Keanu, Melanie, Anna. I don't know who Renee is. Chrissy and Brittany did not recognize, and I had to explain it, and I'm not good at explaining because how weird it is. No. I love my boy Rikishi. Come on, the stink face is one of the greatest things of all time. Before he was fat too. Yeah, he was fat too before. Hi, Daniel Cantu. Welcome to the stream. The lady who's so fat after sex, the guy rolled over and she was still on top. Dude, that's a big lady. That's a big lady. I'd want you to gently queef on my cheek, but fart on jacket is too far. I'm gonna be honest, I've never queefed on anyone before. Not on their face. Hi, healer. Welcome to the stream. Man, I gotta find a cool fetish like that. He sees life from such a different fart-obsessed perspective. I know, Lounge Zinger. Imagine how happy he would be. You know, like he just walks around his entire life and he's just like, yeah, farts are great. And you're like, yeah. My favorite wrestlers, favorite top 3. Honestly, Jeff Hardy's up there. Shit, this is really tough. Sober Jeff Hardy. He's sober now?
I don't know. I hope so.
I hope so too. Yeah, sober Jeff Hardy. He was just so awesome. Matt Hardy was great too. I don't know why I liked Jeff better. It seemed like he was in it more. I don't know. Not that Matt wasn't any good. I guess he was more acrobatic. I think that's why. The Hardy Boys were popular with the ladies. Were they really? That's funny. Oh, I guess that makes sense. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Hot Topic. They definitely shopped at Hot Topic. Lita was great. Yeah. Ooh. I have to go with Mick Foley. That man put his all into wrestling. He put his all into wrestling. Did you see that? What was it? The Hell in a Cell where he lost his tooth? I mean, that was, Mankind. Oh my God. I like X-Pac, Johan. Yeah, X-Pac is great. I met him. He's very nice. He used to hang out with Kevin and Maria all the time. And so he had a show at AfterBuzz. That's when I did that stuff there. And that's when I got my most degenerate requests.
Not really. Funny, but not really.
We all know Mr. Ass is the GOAT. Oh my God, Mr. Ass. Didn't he pass away? Or is he still alive? I don't remember now.
Yeah. Ooh. Wait.
No, he's still alive. He's still alive. Okay, all right. He's 61. Who am I thinking of? I feel like I just looked someone up. Mr. Ass is still alive. Oh, that's great. Oh my God, Mr. Ass.
Oh
Wow. Oh my God. He's just happy he's still alive. Yeah, Mick Foley was really good. Yeah, Razor Ramon. I know he is. Mr. Ass probably passed gas. The badass Billy Gunn. Courtney's here. And I'm just not wrestling. Hi, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I was looking at chat and I was trying to think of other wrestlers. Thank you so much for coming on.
No love for Chris Benoit?
Oh, poor Chris Benoit. I mean, no. I mean, yeah, he was. Yeah, poor guy. Yeah, CTE, you know, we didn't know about that stuff then. Yeah, his poor family. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, what about the greats? You know, Ric Flair, Hulk Hogan, The Rock, Bret the Hitman Hart.
Oh, poor
Undertaker.
Owen Hart. Yeah, I was thinking Undertaker's got to be on that list. It's hard to pick just 3. Like a top 3 is tough.
Yeah, I mean, I would say, yeah, like Hulk Hogan, Ric Flair.
Yeah.
And The Undertaker, I think.
Hulk Hogan, Ric Flair, Undertaker. That's a good list. Yeah, Undertaker was really great. Especially for a big guy. Like usually those big guys, I always like kind of watching the smaller guys wrestle more. That's why I like the Hardy brothers so much, or the Hardy Boys so much, and the Dudley brothers, because they were so acrobatic. Like it was just so impressive to watch them do what they did. Are you laughing at me?
Boys.
Dudley Boys?
Not brothers.
Why did I get that confused? It's the Hardy Boys, right?
Yeah, you said Dudley brothers.
Wait, well, you said Dudley? Wait,
yeah, the Dudley Boys.
I didn't even hear that part.
Yeah, I'm losing it.
I'm like, what, Dudley? What's a Dudley? I didn't even. Not even hear it. Didn't register.
The Dudley Boys. Yeah.
I just realized I forgot to grab my cheese to show off. So
yes,
I'm gonna be gone for like a second because
Okay.
it's fridge is like right there. So one
Yes.
whole plate.
Courtney's coming back with cheese, you guys. Courtney is coming back with cheese. Oh, Sergeant Slaughter. Sergeant Slaughter. I want to see cheese. I want to see cheese. I want to be insane. I want to be insane. I want to be getting crazy. Yeah, we're about to go cheese crazy, you guys. She got cheese in the mail. This is so exciting. Andre the Giant was fantastic. Terra Crystal, Yokozuna. Oh my God. Yeah. That was honestly for me, the 90s was golden age of wrestling. It was just all the good stuff. I didn't really see much of the 80s, but I saw some stuff. And while it was still, I thought great, in the 90s, it just got so over the top and so much fun. You know? Yeah, Roddy Piper did die young, didn't he? Oh, guys, it's time for cheese. Let's see some cheese.
So we first have some cheese curds.
Ooh, yes.
Good old fashioned classic cheese curds. Nothing out of control. Maybe I should unmirror my camera for this so we can really get the effect. I just prefer a mirrored camera, but
because it shows you the way you see yourself in a mirror. I'm the same.
Yeah, well, like if you're seeing yourself like doing something, like anytime that I've had my camera like normal, and I'm like, oh, my hair's out of place, and then I'm trying to like find it. I'm like, where is it on my head? Like stuff like that.
Or when I try to point to a sign, I'm like, wait a second, this isn't the right one.
Yeah, I'm just like, oh, okay. I prefer it that way, partially because like right now, see, okay, like that eyebrow I see here, and if it's out of place, then I'm gonna start going like that, you know. So
it's on the wrong side.
Anyway, so the classic cheese curds. Whoa, see, I don't even know which way to move it. So we get all yum. So this is all from cheesebros.com. And then there's this one. I'm excited because I've never had anything like this. It's Alpine style applewood smoked. What is this? Adelheid? Is that what? How do you say that?
I don't even know. Never even seen that before.
Yeah, I've never heard of this.
Oh,
there we go. I'm very excited to try it though. It looks delicious.
Yes, it does. Oh my
And then this one, first of all, I'm very extra excited because this is like at like 2.5 times the size that I expected it to be. I thought this was going to be so much smaller. This is Golden Baked Bliss cheese. This one has bacon in it. So you just like, you heat it up for a little while and it is baked to perfection. It says bake at 350 degrees for 10 minutes and you have bacon cheese.
I had one like that over Christmas, but it was garlic. It was a roasted garlic, but it was like that where you heat it up. Oh my God. Bacon sounds even better. God, that sounds amazing. It was so good. It was so good.
Oh man. I'm telling you, I'm like, well, I've already been like gaining weight very rapidly lately because it's too cold to walk my dogs right now. Like way too cold. Like 'cause they're Chihuahuas, and so they're not huskies. They're not prepared for 20-degree weather. So I struggle with like being able to safely take them outside. I don't have snowshoes for my dogs or anything. But so I'm already like, oh my God, there's like a huge part of my day that I really need to be like a lot more active or something because this is bad. And now I'm like, now I have bacon cheese so I can really add to the effects.
Well, let me just tell you, I can't see anywhere where this weight is going. You look amazing, first of all. Second of all, if it's going anywhere, it's probably to the good places because it's not showing up anywhere bad.
I swear my bat wings, my bat wings. And maybe it's just me, but I'm like, I already noticed that they were starting to be like wiggly, but I was like fine with the size. I was like, okay, whatever. You know what? We'll do some tricep dips. Maybe I'll like throw in a little extra cardio just to like drop it down fast. And then we'll really work on some muscle building after that and we'll be good. Well, now I'm like, I'm about to freaking take flight. I can't wow. I'm like petting my dogs and I'm like, I'm about to fly away. Bye, everyone.
No, you look beautiful and amazing. And you have the right attitude. You're right. All you got to do is a little bit of weightlifting, some weight training. Bam, you'll be fine. You ain't got to worry about nothing. It's the cheese months. It's freezing cold. You can't go anywhere. You may as well sit inside and eat cheese. You know, oh, that sounds good.
You know, I feel like I know how to better prepare for this situation for next winter.
Yeah.
You know, but right now I'm definitely like this is a bummer because I really I could have at least like really gone hard with the muscle building, and so I could just be like, yeah, I'm just fueling my muscles, you know, just you know, you got the what
That's
is
true.
it?
Bulking?
You have cutting and bulking, yeah. And
Yeah,
but
bulking.
you don't want to start with bulking, it can get out of control. But anyway, oh well, it's wintertime. And no one's fully getting into this anyway, so I guess it's fine.
Honestly, yeah, whenever I go anywhere, anytime I go outside, I am bundled up in layers. I look like a homeless bag lady. I'm like, how many clothes can I get on? I'm fucking freezing. Like, it doesn't matter. I mean, but then again, I also get naked for my work, so you know,
Yeah,
that's different.
there's that. Okay, hold on.
There is
I
that.
hear you, but I have to grab Penelope.
Oh yeah, no worries. Dan, thank you. I've been working on these bad boys. Helicopter Gunship said, Zia, I'm only using resistance bands training. Is that okay? I honestly think that's a great place to start. If you can get some weights, I highly recommend it. I would just make sure you're focusing heavily on form. Yeah, that's like the only thing is make sure your form is spot on. But resistance bands are good. I just think at some point you're going to want to add some more weight into there to like you know what I mean? Because with resistance bands, you can do a lot of really cool stuff with them, but at some point you can't get the band to be any heavier. But you can make it pretty hard. You can.
Yeah. Well, and honestly, at the end of the day, whenever whatever workout you're going to do is the good one. That's you know, like your body is meant to be moving, and it doesn't have to be, you don't have to turn yourself into a Greek god or anything. It's just a matter of like,
yeah, it's just what your goals are.
Keep
and
your
you're being
body
healthy.
moving. Are your joints not hurting? Are you, you know, like, do you feel good? Is your, like, where's your mental health at? Like all that kind of stuff. As long as you're moving your body to the point where you feel good and you're not like causing any health issues or anything, then that's the workout that's for you.
Yeah.
At the time.
I agree. I heavily agree on that one. Italian God. This is from Mr. Healer. Look at this. We got a golden shower boy from Healer. He said, since Zia's too stuck up to read chat, how dare you? I read chat more than most streamers I ever see. How dare you, Healer? Also, hi. Hi, Courtney. You mean bingo wings? Bat wings are when a man's sack is sticks to his legs. Oh yeah, like have you ever seen Waiting? Look at the bat wing, bitch.
I just equate them to like being able to fly away. I mean, bingo wings makes sense, you know, because bingo, and then they do
right. Bat wings. They do, like, it's hard to get rid of this, man. Even like with all the workouts I do, it's still there. It's still there. What is
There's
it?
always going to be at least a little bit. I just feel mine is like so much. This is Penelope. She's so cute. Hi, sweetheart. Look how cute you are. They're so funny. I went and took them out. I let them out a little while ago, and oh, there he is. It's raining, and so first of all, I finally got Cricket to actually be willing to pee outside when it rains, which was a challenge for a long time. Potty pads everywhere. It was a mess. But they all came in. I didn't even realize how hard it was raining until they got onto my bed and tried to like dry themselves off on my bed. So I had to like, okay, well, guess I have to change the sheets before I go to bed tonight, but whatever. As long as the dogs are happy and healthy, I don't really care. I guess I'll just sleep in a dirty bed if I have to.
Honestly, it's worth it.
Yeah, as long as they're happy, I don't care. My bed can be destroyed.
You're so cute.
Babies. But yeah, so I had to dry them all off, and they love getting dried off because I'm just petting them with a towel.
Oh, like, yeah. They're like, this is Mormon pets.
Yeah, snuggle pet.
Oh my God, how dare you? Saw said, Zia and Courtney Brooke, you're not fat and not a 5. And Healer said, Saw's calling you both chubby 4s.
It's so funny. One time I saw caught on to my response to that because you know you're not fat, you're not a 5, and I was like, yeah, because that's because I'm an obese 3, and so last time he said that to me, he's like, you're not fat and you're not a 5, you're a fit 10. And I was like, oh, you found a loophole, rude.
I feel like I feel a cookie in my face. It's so
Speaking
freaking
of
good.
which.
Are you trying cheese?
Yes, I figured out why Penelope wanted to be up here with me.
Is it the cheese?
The cheese curds.
Are they amazing?
Whoever thought of doing this, I want to give them a BJ. How?
Courtney for the freaking win.
I mean,
Healer just said it was me, and K-Max said it was me, and Frank said I did it.
Wow.
All right, you're gonna have to give out a lot of BJs apparently.
I know we got a lot of cheese
too. Okay.
A lot of cheese curd inventors in the chat tonight.
A lot.
That's incredible.
So many people invented cheese curds.
It's just like, I mean, I wouldn't have thought of this on my own. Maybe I would have, because I mean, I was definitely like very overweight at one point in time.
I can't believe it.
I
refuse.
Some binge eating problems, and but I don't know, man. What a wonderful idea. Cheese curd.
I was reading cheese curds, and they have protein in them too, so that's how I get around that.
Yeah,
that is protein.
Holy crap! 393 calories for 100 grams. I don't know what grams are, sir. You said this was from Wisconsin.
Ashley said, "Y'all assuming it's a man. Maybe it was me." Ooh, plot twist! Plot twist! Plot twist! Plot twist!
I mean, we have to believe Ashley.
Yeah.
Like, why would she lie?
No, yeah, she has to be telling the truth. So Ashley gets the beach.
Well, yeah, Ashley's getting some cunnilingus, I guess.
Heck yeah.
Thank you for the cheese curd. This is amazing.
We got another golden shower boy from K-Max, and he has questions for us. Oh, always with the good questions. K-Max, thank you so much for the golden shower boy. He said the Grammy Awards is in 3 days. Singers like Billie Eilish, Sabrina Carpenter, Beyonce, Taylor Swift, and Kendrick Lamar. Do these people have any memorable songs you both know, especially Sabrina Carpenter? She is one I don't know. I'm going to hand this one over to Courtney because I don't know a single song by a single one of those people, except for Beyonce has some songs that I remember from like back in the day, but I don't know which ones are Beyonce and which ones are the groups that she was a part of, Destiny's Child, except for Surfboard. And I think it's one of the worst songs I've ever heard in my entire fucking life. So that's how I feel about Beyonce and that.
Don't you remember looking so crazy in love, got me looking so crazy in love?
Yeah. That's her too. Hate it. Absolutely hate it.
Fair. Let's see here. Hold on. Wait, what was the okay? Let's see here. So Sabrina Carpenter. Please, don't prove them right. That one.
Never heard it.
Please, don't bring me to tears when I just did my makeup so nice. Heartbreak is one thing, my ego's another. I beg you, don't embarrass me, motherfucker. Please. That's a fun one. That's a nice, it's a sexy little ditty.
Okay. Never heard that one. All right. There we go. So that's one from Sabrina Carpenter. Helicopter Gunship. Oh my God, Frank. Frank's like, only if we get to watch. Helicopter Gunship said I wanked to Sabrina Carpenter several times before I heard a single song from her. That's
She's a hot
response. I love it. She is very hot.
She's super hot.
Oh, that was great. Hi,
we all did. Kendrick Lamar, he did the wait. I think it's him. I got a bone to pick. I don't want your monkey mouth motherfucker sitting in my throne again.
Nope.
Yeah, I'm mad. So wait, how the fuck does that song go? I remember listening to that song on repeat, screaming at the top of my lungs after my dog died. It was very odd dynamic. It was a very odd vibe. I swear though, like he knew that was a song that I actually really had fun listening to, and he wanted me to have fun.
He wanted you to have fun. Say, hey, look, honestly, sometimes feelings don't make sense. You got to do whatever you're feeling in the moment. Usually when I'm in my feels, for some reason, I put In This Moment on. I don't know why. They're my In This Feels band. Because I love Maria Brink. I would perform Cunnilingus on her.
Yeah.
She's special. So yeah, we all have like it doesn't, you know what I mean? It's just you get those feelings and you're like, this is what I need right now.
Yeah. Just I have like really weird memories of listening to like an unfitting song after any death. Like I picked up my sister from the airport after my dad died, and we were blasting Candy by Mandy Moore.
I don't think I know that one.
Oh, you know Candy.
I do.
Come to me, baby, show me who you are. Yeah, sweet to me, like sugar to my heart. Oh, baby, I'm craving for you. I'm missing you like candy.
I actually don't know that one.
Oh, that was a big one in the early aughts. She was like a part of the whole like Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, Jessica Simpson. She was the little Pop-Tart from that time.
See, I don't know any Jessica Simpson songs. I do know Christina songs and Britney songs. Those ones were on my radar. Like I remember, you know what song I actually like is that song Beautiful by Christina Aguilera. I actually do like that song. It's a nice song. But I don't know any of the Jessica Simpson's ones. The only thing I know Mandy Moore from is A Walk to Remember. But I knew she was a singer too.
I pray to be only yours. I pray.
Yeah. That song. Yeah. I know that one. Okay. Oh, Franklin. We got Orange Boy for Mr. Franklin. Thank you so much. He said, put this towards the Maria Brink box lunch fund.
Yay!
Dude, when I tell you, Frank, that In This Moment was playing up here, and when like right around the first time we moved up here, and I was like, but we didn't at the time. We had just moved and we had sold the house, but we didn't have, none of the money came in. Like we just couldn't get tickets. And I was like, because I want to see them. Oh my God, I would love to see them so bad. And then, I could just save up and be like, so Maria, I have $1,000. Can I please go down on you and have her escort me from the building?
Imagine like someone comes up to you being like, I'm going to give you money if you let me go down on you.
Right?
I've
been offered that.
What an offer. I've never been offered that, but now that I've said it.
It's an interesting one. It's not a horrible offer. I mean, I didn't do it, but it's not a horrible offer. You're like, all right, thanks. That's a nice one.
It's like a little scary only because like this, this isn't like your everyday offer, right? Like this doesn't just happen all the time. So like, you're not going to murder me, right? My thoughts immediately was something like that. I'm like, this is a setup. Something's happening.
My first thought is
it's fine, but like I'm scared of what else might happen.
Yeah, my first thought is you got to use a dental dam because what if you got the mouth herpes? I don't want it.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
That was one thing I read actually about that Lily Phillips girl.
Sorry, Frank.
She said that she didn't know that stuff could be transmitted orally. I'm like, if you're in the profession of doing that,
and I don't have a problem with that either, by the way. Like, I want to go on record and say what she's doing is gnarly. I would never want to do that, but I don't have a problem if she wants to do it. But you're absolutely right. For the love of God, know this stuff.
My one judgment, is like, if you're going to be in that line of work, I guess I should say like my main judgment, is really like, this is a line of work where you have to be educated on that. Like there's so many other lines, like you can think of pretty much any line of work, right? That's like, I don't know, but it requires some type of education in a career of sorts, right?
Please.
And so like, you're going to tell me that you you were aware enough of like things being transmitted when you go pee to pee, if you will, to use condoms. Now it's gross that you let them just throw them on the floor afterwards. Get a garbage can, fellas, clean up your mess. Like, what is going on here? But when I read that she said that she didn't know that things could be transmitted via like mouth to genitals, I was like, ma'am, that no. You're doing dangerous things. Like now and she didn't even require STI checks. She prioritized men that showed up with medical records, but didn't require a check. And I guess just assumed that because she's using condoms that it was fine.
Oh, Lord. Look, here's the other thing, by the way. I know that, see, I don't know if it's just because health class scared the shit out of me, but I remember learning about all this stuff in health class. They show you the pictures. You see the pictures of all the diseases and you're like, oh, fuck.
Oh, yeah.
But
and I used the love line all the time when it was on the radio.
Yeah.
Oh man, I learned a lot. Dr. Drew taught me a lot of things and definitely made me like very cautious.
No, it's good. It's a good thing. Yeah. But and as much as like condoms are like you should be using them, don't get me wrong, you can still get stuff even with condoms. Like you can still get, because there's still fluid contact. You're protecting some stuff. It's not protecting everything. You can still get herpes and all kinds of other stuff.
Yeah, because there's stuff that's skin to skin contact that like it's not underneath the condom.
Yeah,
it's elsewhere. Like you can still get that. Yeah, there's all sorts of risks that you're running. Like you can be cautious and still have a good time. Like, and if you can't do that, then maybe that's not for you then, because like you're putting a lot of people at risk.
Yeah. Honestly, I think that's her whole shtick with that is, and obviously I can't judge because of what I do for a living. But it's just that is taking it a step far where you're like, dude.
Yeah.
I don't like I said, I'm not judging too much. I'm not judging like where I think like I would never sit there and call her a whore or anything horrible like that. I hate when people do that, but it's still just, it's a lot. And should be, like you said, better educated for this stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, because it like the thing is okay, you're 100 dudes in one day. Like you've already definitely had more men than that before this, right? So like this wasn't like your first 100. So it's just like all of these people that you're putting at risk every single time you have a new partner. It's just like you can't. You just like, and just be scared for yourself. Like that's my big thing is I'm like, oh God, I'm terrified because I have terrible anxiety issues. You tell me like the slightest bad news and it's over. Okay. I'm not having just a bad day. It's like a bad couple of months because even though it might be an easy fix, I don't care. I got bad news. So it's just like if you just look at that way, just be selfish about it. Like, no, I don't want that just for myself. If you're not worried about the other people that you're putting at risk, but like,
yeah, no, I agree. And honestly, actually, I agree with you on this too. I don't believe in shaming on STIs either. It happens. Don't be embarrassed. Get checked often. Get treated. Be honest, etc. Yeah, I agree 100%. You just have to keep on top of that. Yeah, 1,000%. I just think when it comes to like having that many sexual partners, you should at least know what you're getting into.
Yeah, well, and it's like actively, making it a goal and a point to have so many partners. And like, again, it's your career. It's not like, it's not a recreational activity, like it's just like, it's less about like, oh, if you got something, like you should be shamed. It's more so like,
just be careful
whether or not something has been contracted. Like you should know a lot more because you are getting paid for this. This is your career. And so like, you should know that like STI checks are very important to have if you're going to be sleeping with 100 people in a day.
That's a lot. It's just a lot of people. It's just so many people.
Yeah. And like when she talked about the transaction, I was like, that sounds exhausting. Like the way that it would go down. I'm like, that just sounds so exhausting. I feel like I wouldn't be able to handle that in any way, shape, or form. Doesn't mean that she's a bad person. It just means that like I wouldn't be able to do it.
That's just gnarly.
Like, it's definitely like the STI shaming. Yeah, things happen. Handle it, whatever. And if it's something that something like herpes or something that's permanent, like yes, communicate with your partners, yada yada yada. We know the drill. It's just more of like, especially if you are making it a point to sleep with so many people often, you got to be a lot more responsible.
Yeah, I agree. You got to know what you're doing. And it's funny, Frank in the chat said, am I so old that they call STDs STIs now? They do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I've had a hard time switching to that one.
Because and when you think about it, you're like, yeah, I guess they aren't really diseases. They are infections.
Yeah.
So it makes sense, but no, I still call them STDs most of the time. And then you figure like, oh yeah, it is an STI now.
Yeah. Which does make a lot more sense, but back in my day.
We got another 5 from K-Max with more questions. K-Max, thank you so much. Actually, Emma, you're right. Some are diseases. That's true though, right? Like, isn't AIDS a disease or is that an infection?
I do feel like HIV and AIDS are like in a different class. Like, right? I do feel like that was something that was mentioned in health class when I was like in middle school. It was like that you had like, herpes, chlamydia, gonorrhea, syphilis, all those were like an STD, but then like HIV and AIDS were considered something different.
Yeah.
Do I remember what? No, I just remember thinking, okay, I have to make sure I never get that. That sounds terrifying. It took away Freddie Mercury, for Christ's sake.
It did. But you know what's interesting now? Not that they've cured it and not that it doesn't suck. Like if you got it, holy shit, that would be a horrible, life altering. But the drugs that they have now are such that you live a fairly normal life. Like you just take them. And our resident medical expert actually says there are both, and I will believe her. Me too.
Same.
Oh yeah, sorry, K-Max. Have Xia or Courtney seen The Paul Rug? People ask me how I relax. YouTube video in the Chihuahua bites his owner's hand while he claims this is how he relaxes. Courtney's dogs have never done this to her, have they? I posted it in Discord. Wait, what?
The what?
Hold on. I don't know these videos. Okay, hold on. This guy sits there and relaxes. Oh, I can't play. Okay.
And then the dog bites him?
Yeah, the dog is just the Chihuahua is biting. Paul Rug. People ask me how I relax. I've never seen this video. It has 10 million views.
10 million? Okay, hold on. Let me see.
Yeah, I've never seen this one. It's in the Discord. I don't know if you're in the Discord.
I am. Where?
It's in general. It's in general chat.
Here we go. Okay.
It's only a minute long.
Okay, here we go. Paul Rug. Here we go. Okay.
The dog is just biting his hand. That's a cute little dog, though. That's a cute little dog.
Why? Why is he?
He a cute little dog.
He's so mad. That's so funny. My dogs don't ever do that. Chongus will sometimes, if I'm petting her and then I stop petting her, she will try to bite me. But I think it's more so that she's like trying to find my hand and bring it back. And it's easiest for her to just grab it with her mouth and then just like, ah. It's really funny to watch her go, though. It's very cute. But
yeah, I love when other animals do that. When like, if you pull away from them and they like, I've seen cats do it, dogs do it, and they, with their paws, they like grab your hand and put it back. They're like, no. Keep petting. It's so cute. It's
I
so
know.
cute. I can't take it.
Oh yeah, I used to have a dog that like with one paw, she would just like and like until you were petting her. Oh gosh, so cute. And like Penelope's really strong and she'll just grab on with both paws and just she likes to lick my hands a lot. And she
Oh.
preferred that to lick my hand instead of having me pet her, which can be nice sometimes. Less work for me.
Yeah, you just get to sit there. It's just cute.
Yeah.
Oh, I got
She's
Penelope back
sweet.
there.
This one's
Penelope,
Cricket. Penelope
Cricket.
did.
Oh,
Yeah.
Penelope, how could you leave us? How could you leave us,
I know.
Penelope?
I'm actually surprised that Penelope even made an appearance. She usually cannot be bothered as soon as I'm sitting at my desk. She's like, oh, not this again. Bye.
She's like, you do this every night.
So rude. You were supposed to be with me.
She's like the girlfriend that's mad that the boyfriend did jujitsu.
Yeah, I actually. So what's funny is like that girlfriend has no idea what she's missing out on because jujitsu is great for hip mobility. So she benefits a lot from him doing jujitsu a few times a week. It's 1 hour out of the day. So with travel time, that's what I mean. Who knows how far away like the studio will be? But like at max, he's gone for 2 hours probably.
Yeah, like that's not a big deal at all.
Like it would be one thing if it was like the whole day, all the time, and you like never see each other, and, like, but like a couple hours out of the day, like where are your hobbies, ma'am? Don't you have friends that you can do yoga and bottomless mimosa brunch and stuff with?
Yeah, literally anything like that would be good.
Or also you can do jujitsu or something.
Go to the gym, watch a movie, read a book, like for the love of God. Usually whenever Nick goes to do something, that's when I put horror movies on.
Yeah. I mean, there's so many things that you can do to occupy your time. Like I'm telling you, like I have let many of solid days just breeze past me, occupying myself while alone. You can do it, babe.
Oh yeah, it's not that hard. And I go to the gym all the time without Nick, and it's like fine. And then I come home and I tell him the old ladies that I made friends with. One of them brought me socks.
Barbara.
Yes.
I love her.
I love her. She's so sweet.
I love Barbara.
I fucking love Barbara. She is the best. And then I come back and I'm like, Nick, Barbara gave me socks. And he's like, oh, okay.
Yes. We love Barbara.
We love Barbara. Frank went to the gym 5 straight days this week. Holy shit.
Oh, baby. Getting that pump.
Impressive, my friend. 5, that's more than I'm doing. I think I'm gonna add a 4th at-home workout. I have my weights here. There's some stuff I want to do that I want to add a fourth day, just because I feel like 3 is not quite cutting it. Like I'm liking my workouts, but I still feel like I could do a little bit more. I say as I have got to get this hernia surgery done for Pete's sake. It hurts all the time now. I know it sucks. I don't want to deal with it. I didn't want to deal with it. I have to just do it. Read a book, Zia, please. Backhand is like, what the fuck are you talking? Books?
What about Mein Kampf? I've heard that it's not a good book, but
go on.
It's just Hitler complaining about his problems while he was in jail, but
Hitler sounds kind of like Hitler was a bit of a pussy, wasn't he?
Well, he did have a bit of a meth problem, and
a little bit, yeah.
He I think one of my favorite things about him was that he wrote fan mail to Mussolini.
Oh, for Pete's sake. What a bitch ass.
But then Mussolini ignored him. Maybe that's what made him like an extra pussy. It was like he got ignored. Like
he got ignored and he couldn't do his art, and so he needed to like, freak out. Thank you.
Yeah, if only you could have just accepted him into that friggin' art school, whatever it was called. I don't know the name of it. Listen, I don't know. I don't research that much about Hitler, although I feel like I am like kind of an encyclopedia about him. Because I just, for some reason, I just think about him as like as a regular human, and I laugh sometimes when I think about some of the stuff that went on in his life.
Yeah.
I'm like, huh. Okay.
That's why whenever people say, and look, I love dogs. This isn't an argument like that, but whenever people are like, I trust my dog. If he doesn't like someone, I know that's not a good person. And I'm like, did you know that Hitler had dogs and they like loved him? Like, I'm just saying. Like, maybe that's not the best barometer.
Yeah, listen, sometimes like my dog, this one, Cricket especially, like if you just like smell like dog treats, she'll love you. And I've watched her love like some of the worst people. I mean, sure, and like Penelope's an idiot. She hates everyone. Like she hated me. She used to try to box me every time I came in the door. She'd get on the back of the couch, just like she had like a fighting stance that she would do and everything. I'm like, excuse me, no, I live here. And she's like, get out, ma. And like, you just have to accept that, like, you're my friend now. Like, please just accept this. It took her a minute, but she came around.
And now she loves you.
Oh my God, now she's obsessed with me. So I don't know. Like my dogs and like Chungus, she tries to eat everyone in her sight. So like I don't trust their intuition at all. They're idiots. Chungus, let a cat beat the crap out of her on her walk once. I had to pick her up and carry her to get away from the cat because she was too dumb to fight back. She sat there and went while the cat was like at her face. I was like, hello, stupid, bite it or something. No? Okay. All right.
I love chirpy animals like that. It's my favorite. You're so dumb. I love you so much.
Yes, they're my favorite. And see, that's the thing is like, I'm just here to keep them from dying because they clearly don't know how to do that on their own, and just give them a good life. I'm not gonna give them a job and like make them assess another person. Like they're dumb. They're not supposed to be smart. They're just dogs. I'm the human. I'm supposed to be the smart one.
Yeah, it's true. I'm like, if an animal doesn't like you, it just means it's an animal. Like, I don't know. It happens all the time.
Yeah, sometimes they'll like you, sometimes they don't. Yeah, you never know. Look, maybe they're in a stressful situation. Maybe they are just a little too relaxed. Maybe you did give them a treat. Maybe you have like bacon in your pocket. I don't know. But
that's why I keep bacon in my pockets, just so all dogs like me.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I keep bacon in my pocket to make sure that the dogs like me. And then if I don't meet any dogs, now I have a delicious snack for myself.
Smart. So smart. Oh, yeah.
It's a win-win either way. I can either make friends with a dog or I can eat.
Oh my God. I want to do both of those things right now. I would like to eat and also make friends with the dog.
Yeah, it's perfect. Yeah, if you keep enough bacon in your pocket, both of you can make friends and eat.
Oh man, I had bacon today. I had a turkey sandwich because I'll show you guys my arm. It's 11:58 where I'm at right now. You guys are so cute keeping track of me. You're so cute. And helicopter. Okay, look at this. You see my arms? They look jacked up.
Oh, okay. I can see there's like a little bit red patches on there.
Yeah, I did.
Oh.
Yeah, you can. So I did.
That one was a little bit more.
Yeah, this is my driving arm, so it's spicy. They went over my arms with this like pulsing broadband light, essentially. And yeah, it helps to get rid of the sun damage. So I did that this morning. So I didn't have time to make lunch. I got home and I had gotten up really early and it's a far drive. So I got home and it was kind of late and I was just fucking starving. So I got a turkey club sandwich. And I don't know why it was just like the best thing I've ever. It was just bacon and
I love bacon. I had steak and baked potatoes today. So I made bacon bits for them for the potatoes.
Homemade bacon bits?
Oh yeah, that's the only way to go. Just chop up that bacon and heat it up. It's way worth it. If someone thinks it's like time consuming or whatever, listen, it's way worth it. I'm already chopping up some green onions. The potatoes are already going to take like an hour in the oven. You know, might as well.
Yes. God damn it. Now I want bacon bits with potatoes. God, thank you guys so much. I'm sorry. Everybody's
It's time.
Thank you. Oh my God. Did you get a hat and a thing?
Happy birthday to you, and this is your day, and on this day for you, we're gonna love you in every way. This is your day, your day. Happy birthday To you, to you, to you, to you, to you. Happy birthday to you. You're still young. Age is just a number. Don't you stop having fun. This is your day, your day. Happy birthday to you, to you, to you, to you, to you.
Thank you so much. Oh
That
my
was the New Kids on the
God.
Block version.
That was so beautiful. I got the most beautiful birthday song, and I got the puppy and a hat, and then everybody in the chat. You guys, thank you so much.
So wonderful.
I seriously, I feel all the love. I feel literally all the love.
Oh
Oh my God. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh, Johan said this is way too happy for me. Too much love, Johan. Oh, you guys are so sweet and wonderful to me and amazing. And I just love all of you. Thank you so much. That includes you, Courtney.
Oh, I love you too.
Oh,
Cute.
so cute. Jeremy looked up how to say happy birthday in Hawaiian.
Oh, even cuter. Oh my God, this is getting really cute.
It's so cute. He said, Ha'oli laha now. And then Johan says gay. Thanks for breaking it up. Thank you. Oh, you guys. Oh,
That's how you say happy birthday in Courtney.
Gay. Oh, you guys are so sweet and so good to me. Oh my goodness gracious. We're streaming into my birth. Oh my gosh. Time to throw, but I'm not a virgin, Johan. I can't be thrown into the volcano.
Yeah, Johan.
It's only
what ritual is that?
That's not a ritual. That's not going to get you anything. Pele doesn't want me.
Yeah, it was is there like a hot girl ritual? Okay, you throw a hot girl in a volcano, if something happens. What happens if you do that?
I look at this. I got MA, is that happy birthday in Spanish? I'm gonna be talking about Po baby, is it really your birthday too? Yay!
Oh, yay! Birthday.
Happy birthday. And then RJP, this is your birthday song. It's not so very long. Hey, I got the birthday song. Thank you so much. Po boy, happy birthday. Some Hawaiian shit. I'm white. The fuck do I know? Oh, yeah. Sorry, Frank. You're the sacrifice. Frank is the sacrifice. This true.
Thanks, Frank.
Oh, hey. We got, hold on. 5 for Mr. Ravenclaw. Mr. Ravenclaw.
Ooh.
Thank you so much. Hail Queen Heathen Zia of Anderson, daughter of the Hawaiian Islands of America. Happy birthday, Queen Heathen Zia. May your year be very delightful of what's to come, giving all the simpness today forever. Love, Asian. Simp, 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 simp. Thank you so much. Ooh, I get a shrine. That's exciting. Like
oh, so are there going to be like candles, like the prayer candles, but of you?
Yeah, I would like a Zia candle.
We need Zia prayer candles.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody, how do we do this? Oh
yeah.
My God.
How do we do a Zia prayer candle? I don't know why we need this, but we do. But we do need it.
Yeah, I love that.
Fake candles, I'll take it.
Yeah, that's fine. It's just we need to, I guess. What?
Sorry. February 1st is International Holiday. That's exciting.
Oh.
I like it. I like this idea.
Yes. So I think that the thing is that what we would need is that we would need to get images like put on stickers, and they would need to be of you in like the similar imagery that you have of like regular like prayer candles that you would find.
Is this a prayer candle?
They're like,
I don't know what they look like.
Oh, so they're like long and skinny, like probably and then and like they have like pictures of like what I think Catholic saints or something like that. Oh. I don't know. You know, I feel like you might have seen them. I've seen
yeah,
I've seen them even like at dollar stores and stuff in the candle section.
Yeah.
So the artistry would need to look similar to that, but it would be of you, and then wait, Ashley says that you can have them made at the firehouse.
We said that at the same time. We both went, wait.
Wait, okay, you don't have them made at the firehouse. They've done it at the firehouse, but you can have them made. So we can have prayer candles made. So it's easier than I think, because I'm probably overcomplicating it. I've just never done it.
No, I like it. This is a great idea. We should do it.
Yeah, okay. I now have to use the Google machine to find out, there's custom prayer candles.
How do we do this?
Well, Google is telling me that it looks like, oh, okay. There's an Etsy shop. It was $14.30. You can have a person on Etsy will make them for you. Oh, there's one also an Etsy shop that does them for $10. Okay, yeah, that's easy.
Okay,
Done.
so yep,
Easy.
done. You've figured that out.
Right.
You're so good at this. Look at that. Research immediately, and you're like, we got it. We got it.
Just call me Jamie, like Joe Rogan's producer guy.
Jamie, can you bring that up, Jamie? Jamie, can you pull that
up? Yeah, hey Jamie, pull that up. Oh man, when Alex Jones is on there, it's the funniest thing, because he'll just, like, as Joe's asking him, like, where did you hear this? Like, what are you talking about? You can't just be spouting this off. Like, what's going on? He'll be like, okay, type in, blah, 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 like, so whatever. And then Joe's like, you don't tell him. I tell him. So we're just going to repeat everything that he just said here? Like, what do we, what? But yeah, his few appearances on there have been very hilarious to me.
Yeah, Alex Jones on Rogan is really funny. I do like that Rogan, like, he'll agree with some stuff, and then he'll look at him with some stuff like, what are you talking about? We gotta look further into this. Like, what is this?
Yeah. Or even roll, and he's just getting too hyped up. And it's like, okay, we're all like listening to what you're saying. It's making sense or whatever. But he's just, he's like, hey, whoa, chill. No one's going to listen to you. You talk like that. Calm down.
Yep.
I'm like, thank you for doing this for all of us, because he does, like, oftentimes he has very interesting things to say that can actually make sense, but he gets so nutso butso, and then everyone's like, he's crazy. It's like, well, no, he's
enthusiastic.
Yeah, he's a very passionate man, and everyone's been blowing him off for the last 20 years, ever since he discovered Bohemian Grove and was talking about Tower 7. Anyway, we can't get into that.
But you know what, though? I believe that stuff more and more and more. I'm like, no, there's some weird secret Hollywood shit going on, and I believe all of it.
Oh, yeah. Well, like that guy that was mad at him for going in there, because when he discovered it, he just walked in. Like, he wasn't like, he didn't sneak in. He just walked in.
They just let him go in?
Yeah. And he was like, whoa. Wow. And so he went back, and he was talking to some dude with an accent. So, like, doesn't even matter. No, I'm just kidding. But I don't know.
Jokes, people.
Just joking. But no, I just don't know who he was, though. But he definitely had an accent, and he was like complaining about how there was like all these security checks now to get in. And he was like, oh yeah, that's because, like, before you could just walk in here. And he was like, you shouldn't be doing that. And he's like, no, yeah, no, I just walked right in. Like, nobody stopped me at all. And he was like, well, I disrespect you for ruining this for us. Like, his actual words were, I disrespect you for ruining this.
How do you disrespect someone by just saying it?
Yeah, I'm like, sir, you sound extra dumb right now. Your dumb accent, along with this verbiage, this is why we left in 1776.
Yeah.
You guys were full of terrible ideas. A few years prior to that, we had to dump tea in the harbor because of your stupid ideas. This is out of control. We can't respect you. Anyway.
Yeah, but now look at how many taxes we're paying after all that. Now look at what we've become. Now look.
We had too many sillies out here thinking we need to be more like the others. And that's not, I'm just going to tell you straight. For me, if I think another country is doing it better, I'm just going to go live there. I feel like if they're already fully established countries that I think are doing it way better than we are, I would just rather live there. It's just, for me, I was I lived in America during a time where America was very well known for being literally the best country in the world. Everybody desperately wanted to be here because it was the land of opportunity. You could come here and get a job at a 7-Eleven, and you could support your wife and 5 kids and not even worry about it. Now that's just there's no more American dream because we just wanted to do everything like everybody else. We were good. We were amazing. I still feel like we are the better of all of them. Okay. Still feel like we're the best. We have too many flaws now.
we gotta figure some stuff out. We gotta figure it out. The high taxes and high cost of everything and just everything that's going, like we need to do some work on some of this stuff and fix it. And if I'm paying as much taxes as I'm paying now, I at the very least want healthcare. Figure that out, but without taxing us more. If you're going to do that.
My one concern with something like that, because I do think that, like, healthcare at the very least should be affordable for anybody who needs to access it.
Yeah.
Like, at the very least, my only concern is when the government gets involved, then it's ruled by the government. And now we have
a problem. Yeah.
Right. Like, so it's just like, well, what do we do? Because like I don't want the government deciding for me what kind of care I need and what's going to work best for me. That should literally just be between myself and my doctor. But the problem right now also with the medical system is it's doctors aren't learning how to be doctors. They're learning how to charge the most money. Like I even have a friend who got her not a PhD, but it was the PSYD or whatever, because it's in psychology.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And she was saying that, like, in order to actually get licensed, like the test that she had to pass and everything, a lot of the test was just what codes make the most money. Like, what healthcare codes do you bill to insurance to make the most money? I'm sorry, but what does that have to do with you diagnosing me with appendicitis when I'm in pain?
Yeah,
what does that have to?
Way too controlled by drug companies. That's out of control.
Yeah, like, and so many cases of doctors not being able to diagnose people properly because they are so fixated on these symptoms line up with this, and this. Let's go with the one that can make us the most money. They're too scared to do proper diagnostics that can actually discover real health issues that people are having, even if they are showing certain symptoms, because it could also potentially be this, and this costs us less money and takes less time for us to do, and we don't want to be bothered. So we're going to try this. It's like you're messing with people's health. Like I was even having issues just with like my sleep problems. Mm-hmm. And like I was like, okay, I already tried this medication. It doesn't work. I tried this one. And even when you told me to break it in half, it's still, I feel like I'm half awake. I'm like a zombie for like a week. I can't take it. Okay, well, break it even smaller. I'm like, what the hell? And I'm not going to see you for another month. Now what? And then on top of that, like the one doctor I was talking to about this, she was like, there is one medication that I think is probably the one, just based on all the things that you're telling me and like the medication you're taking right now and it's just that this one, you have to try at least 3 other sleep medications before you can try this one. So I'm like, okay, so right now what I'm up against is that I'm paying money out of pocket from and I'm going to waste at minimum 3 months, probably potentially more. I don't know. Trying these stupid medications out because the one, based on everything that you and I have talked about, I have to try different ones first. Why can't I try that one? Why is it okay for me to try these other 3, but I can't try that one first?
It's so insane. It's so insane.
Like, okay, cool. I'd love to just go freaking crazy for the next few months, potentially lose my job or whatever because I can't sleep properly. For you to like send me down this maze, it's stupid.
And the other problem too is that they just keep prescribing pills for stuff that it's like maybe that's not always the answer. Like I did the same thing where I really have some insomnia issues and I would love to get to the bottom of it. But when I went to I actually finally went to a doctor about it a few years back and was like, look, my sleep is fucked. Like I'm not sleeping well. It's still to this day, I have issues with it. I'm tired all the time. And he was like, yeah, it's probably just anxiety, and gave me a like anxiety. He's like, this is for anxiety and for sleep. He just gave me a pill. And I was like, this is not what I was looking for. Thanks.
And that's another thing that's really frustrating is like they're looking to create permanent patients.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I'm a permanent patient now because I take medication for my ADHD. I'm like, but I just noticed such a huge difference when I take it versus when I don't. And like, I I love this, but I don't want to rely on it forever. Like I want to be able to like manage my eating issues without a pill. I want to be able to like think straight without a pill. I want to be able to wake up feeling refreshed without a pill. I want, like, you know, it's like, can I do that too? Maybe just take, I don't know, like sometimes when maybe I just need a little boost instead of having to take it every single day just to function like a normal human. I don't like that. I want to,
It
like,
sucks.
yeah. But some things I have noticed, like for myself, because like lack of sleep makes my ADHD like 10 times worse.
Oh God, same. It's horrible.
A weighted blanket.
Okay.
Those
one.
things. Oh man. I mean,
Yeah.
they get really hot, so I have to keep a fan on.
That's my problem is I tried because people have mentioned that, and I have one actually. Old Nerdy sent me one years ago, and I have this weighted blanket, and I tried to use it, and every time I wake up and I've thrown it on the ground without realizing it. Like I throw it on. Yeah, I guess because it's too hot maybe or too heavy, and at some point I'm sleeping and I'm like, get this fucking thing off of me, which sucks because I know everybody talks about how helpful it is. Like I know it's probably good. It's probably really good for just like daytime anxiety, maybe if like I'm having anxiety and I need to just cover myself with it. But at night, I just throw it out.
I mean, it, at the very least, it could potentially be helping you at least relax enough to fall asleep, maybe.
Falling asleep is not my issue. It's the weirdest. I
asleep.
still need to figure out what the fuck my whole it's what it is because I fall asleep, no problem. I'll lie down 2 minutes later, I'm passed out. Then I'll wake up 2 to 4 hours later. It depends. Usually somewhere between 3 and 4 hours later, and then I cannot fall back asleep.
Oof.
I don't know. It drives me fucking crazy. And then at some point I just get up and get some work done or pace or do something, but then I am exhausted for the rest of the day. Like so exhausted.
That's annoying.
It's so annoying. I don't know what I would really like to find out what it is because it drives me crazy. And I know it's making me like you. It makes my ADHD way worse. It makes my depression worse. And then it just overall fucks because I'll like get a little bit of work done, but then I don't I miss out on a giant chunk of the day because at one point I'm like, I'm so tired. I have to take a nap. I can't keep my eyes open anymore. And then I just fall behind on stuff. And I'm like, motherfucker, it's oof. I don't know what it is.
Yeah. And I remember you said that melatonin like doesn't do shit for you.
Yeah, it just gives me weird dreams and I still wake up.
Oh God, yeah. Melatonin will give you some very weird dreams. I'm gonna see if I can remember the name of this stuff I bought. I got this stuff. It doesn't have melatonin in it, but it's supposed to be like, you know, like the neurotropics, it'll be like a mushroom blend of certain things, or you know,
yes.
like,
yeah.
It's like almost like an Adderall alternative. Like you can just, and so there's this tea that I found that it was designed for sleep, but it's not a melatonin thing. It had like L-theanine in it and something else. Where's my Target? Where's my purchase history? I want to see what I bought because I think
I will try.
Yeah, because I keep thinking maybe it was from the brand Beam, and I'm just thinking that it wasn't because Beam sponsors like a bunch of content creators and stuff. And they like the stuff that like you find on their website is like an $80 bag of whatever. And I found a bag of it for like $12.99 at Target, but I think it's a much smaller amount because I think I got it for it was like a week's worth instead of a month's worth. So maybe that's why. But I want to make sure I know it's the actual brand. Where okay, purchase history. Yay, I know how to read. Was it? No, it wasn't that one. Yes. Okay, it's
sleeping now.
This thing. Oh, unmirror. We have to unmirror again. I'm still looking at prayer candles, man.
I love it.
My tabs are starting to look like my brain. It's just like, what is going on? Okay, so this brand is actually called Clever, but the second E is not in there. There we go. So it's this thing.
Ooh, okay, okay. Sleepy
And
time super latte. I will try
now,
this.
and like it has actually like for me, because I have a hard time falling asleep
Okay.
and staying asleep.
Mm,
Just don't sleep at all.
both.
Oh,
Just no sleep.
yeah, there's no sleep whatsoever. Is my lighting off to you, or is that just me? Is my
No. It's something
oh,
changed and your background's gone now. I can just see the green screen.
well, let's see. Okay, well, yay. Okay, well, I guess that's just what we're working with.
I don't know. I just decided to. It was like no background for you. Yeah, it almost looks like an old school like film is over the top of your.
Yeah, isn't that weird? All I did was
Yeah.
exit out of the thing that where I was mirroring my image. Okay, we're
Weird.
back. That's so stupid. All right. But yeah, so it helped me relax a lot. And this says it has adaptogens, L-theanine, oat milk, and it's a melatonin-free sleep blend with and vanilla and chicory.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, and I mean the thing is like, oh, it's very tasty, and it for me it helped me like relax a lot. Like I could feel my body, like my muscles really relaxing, like, and it
Ooh.
wasn't like a high type feeling. I wasn't like, oh, I can't move. I just felt like my my ears are always up, or my shoulders are always up to hit like this. I'm just like always tense, and I felt like, oh, I can actually, oh,
That sounds really nice. I feel like I need that. I feel like I
yeah,
really need that.
yeah. I was just like, oh, and I got it at Target, so it's easy to find. And so that might help. I mean, and at the very least, it's like a nice little treat right before bed. But also, like, well, this wouldn't be as much for you because you fall asleep easily. Because, like, for me, I need like a nighttime routine, like something that tells me I am falling asleep. And I have my little eye mask thing that I put over my eyes.
I have that too. Yes, can't sleep without it.
Yeah,
If there's any amount of light, I'm like,
yeah, it's over. And
yeah,
like,
it's done.
I'll even put like a little bit of lavender oil on it so that I just,
Oh, that sounds
yeah,
nice. Ooh,
yeah,
okay. The lavender
just little
oil, that's
things.
a good idea. Yeah, I try to do the whole like before bed thing too. Um, because I think it's better to not look at your phone, and I keep hoping that works. And yeah, I have blackout curtains as well, but enough light comes in that it still will wake me up if I don't have the eye mask on. And yeah, I try to read my book. I journal before bed. I try to read my book. Like I try really hard to get into. And it's weird because some nights I sleep fine. I'll sleep for like 9 hours and it's like the best sleep of my life. And then the very next night, I'll get like 3 hours and then that's it. And I'm just like, dude, what is happening? I kind of think it's hormonal. I think I have a sneaking suspicion it's a hormonal thing.
I mean, maybe because if didn't you say you have Hashimoto's, right?
I do. Yeah.
So that could be affecting it. I was just thinking, like, do you think that on days that you work out, you get better sleep than on days that you're not getting a workout in? So,
Totally
that
random. Yeah, no, totally random. I thought that too, because working out does help. If I don't work out, it gets worse. But it's not like a fix-all. Like working out, I think is such an important thing. But it's funny because people will be like, "Oh, you just work out," and I'm like, "Dude, I've worked out super." I've worked a helicopter. You're so cute. I worked out super intensely, like 4 or 5 days a week in the past, and that didn't really do it either. It's just so weird.
Well, who knows? Maybe that's actually like part of the problem too. Like if you're overdoing it or something, like it could have an opposite effect depending on
Oh yeah, I used to
what your
overtrain
body needs.
for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, I've gotten way. I only work out 3 days a week now, so it's definitely not that. But I did 100% used to overtrain, and I was like, I don't understand. My workout sucked. I was working out like 2 hours a day, 5 days a week, and then doing jujitsu at night. It was crazy. I was a psycho. I was a fucking psychopath.
That's a lot. That's a lot. That could easily like wreck your sleep habits.
Yeah,
So, like,
absolutely.
yeah, like for me, because I'm like a lazy slob. So I like for me, like when I do workouts, like they're not very long. It's like 30 minutes workouts, and like I will sleep like a baby because it's my body's like, yay, we did something great. We released all these endorphins, these neurotransmitters. We found the serotonin. Oh my God. Like, all that. So, but like when you overdo it, it can have just as bad of an effect as if you're not working out at all. So
Yep, that's true too.
What about
That's
blue
true.
light? Like do you use like the nightlight thing feature on the on your computer screen?
Oh no. And you know what? Nick will sometimes remind me like, hey, put that on night mode. And I need to do it. I need to be better about that. I do need to do that more. I don't do it enough. But I try to also just not use my phone at all like 2 hours before bed. I don't always follow that, but I try.
Yeah, I feel like that's been a huge that has to be like for me a huge factor. I'm like,
Yeah.
I know that I'm staring at my phone or sitting at my computer way more than I need to be. And
Same.
like there was one day where no joke, I was like doing stuff at a screen for so long that I was like, oh, I need to do some laundry. And as soon as I set my phone down and turned to go like start the laundry situation, I was like, oh my God, I'm so happy. I feel so much better. I was like, this is crazy. This is so bad. Okay. Do I just throw my electronics out the window now? Like, this is not good.
No, honestly, same. When I was especially over the summertime, I was being out a lot more and I was kind of coming down off of like some really, really stressful times. And I was just on my phone less. And it was amazing how you get outside and you're just like, oh, and trees and air. Like it was so nice. And then in the wintertime, besides the fact that it's also the seasonal depression disorder, you're not getting sunlight, it's dark all the fucking time. And then you go online and it's literally just
doom and gloom.
Yeah, just trash and everybody arguing and just oh God. And everybody jumping on their soapbox and telling everyone else how the way they're living their life is wrong. And I'm just like, oh my God, I'm so tired of all of this. And then I find myself going down rabbit holes. And then before I know it, I'm in a shit mood again.
Yeah. I know. I actually finally, I ran out of vitamin D last month and I was trying to power through it. And I was like, I am honestly about to go jump off of a bridge. This is terrible.
Horrible. Yeah.
And so I finally, the last couple of days I've been taking 1,000 IUs. Or no, 10,000 IUs of vitamin D. And wow. Major difference. I'm like,
yeah,
I might be able to run the world. This is
Sunshine.
crazy.
Yeah, you're like, I can do things. I can get stuff done. Yeah, no, 100%. Oh my God, Frank, you guys are amazing. Vitamin Dick. I don't even know what I would do without streaming half the time. Like it gets me through the fucking winters. I swear to God. I'm like, I'll come on to streams in a sad mood or like not in a good place. And like 20 minutes into the stream, I'm having a fucking blast and suddenly everything's amazing and the sun is shining and the birds are chirping and I'm like, I love all of you so much. I swear to God, it gets me through winters.
I know it really like it can be a lifesaver, just like, oh man, I get to go. I'm gonna hang out with my homies for a minute and just try to
my friends. It's so much better. Yeah, I agree. 1,000%. 1,000%. Oh my gosh, don't you write me, Franklin.
Frank.
How dare you?
Frank was my very first super chat ever.
Of course he was, because he the best like that. Of course he was. That's so sweet. I love it so much. Aw. Also, oh my God, and I forgot to tell you this like to your face though. Congratulations on getting monetized.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You deserve it. You've streamed your ass off. Every single time. One of these days I want to be able to join you.
It's funny because you mentioned about Monday you're going to be on Stef's channel, and I was like, oh, I was planning on doing a marathon stream on Monday. I mean, I'm still gonna do it. The thing is it'll work out. Like, yeah, it'll work out. Like, nobody feel bad if I invite you and you can't make it, because it is what it is.
It is gonna work out one of these days. I know. When Steph asked me, because I had just been on and I was like, she had just said she would come on. She was coming on mine. And I was like, oh my God, yay! And she's like, do you want to do would you want to come on mine? And I was like, yeah. I'm streaming at 9, but I'm getting home around 7. And I'm like, I just need to shove some food in my face. So I'm going on her stream at 8 before I go live on my channel at 9.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. Like, it's like such a quick, like hop to hop. And then, because on Tuesday, like I said, I'm lasering the shit out of my face. So I'm not going to be streaming on Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday. And we'll see about Friday. I'll see how I look because my arms are looking fucked up.
Yeah.
And my face is going to look like this and no makeup.
What, you don't want to be on a stream if your face is like red and inflamed, no makeup?
Inflamed, yeah, covered in dark spots that are coming up so that I can happy cheese curd day. Yes. Frank, my face isn't changing. It's not doing anything to my face except helping me get rid of sun damage. It's just gonna smooth some stuff out a little bit. I'm not doing anything to. Oh, I could stream in a Gollum mask the whole time. Just the whole stream in a Gollum mask.
You know what? That's not a bad idea.
Not a bad idea.
Something to consider.
Oh.
It just depends on like if you're in the mask for an extended period of time, what effect that might have on the treatment that you had.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
But other than that, if that ends up not being a problem.
Thank you. If it's maybe we could do that. And Franklin, thank you for lying to me. I just got so many sunburns growing up that I've got little skin cancers popping up everywhere. I just know it. We got to just laser them all off.
I
already know. Just get rid of them. Just get rid of all of them before they can turn into little sneaky cancers. I know it's going to happen. I
have one. This one. This one's been my friend for like, I must have been like a little kid, like 7 or 8 maybe when this one popped up. Yeah, it's just been hanging out. Honestly, now that I'm looking at it a little bit closely, I think I should be concerned because it might have taken a different shape, which is not a good sign.
Go get that looked at immediately. Go have someone look at that. It's Mountain Bee Steve. It's true. Helicopter. Oh my God. Mountain Bee Steve. It's true. Blondie problems. We get skin cancer. Yeah, we gotta and I got hammered by the sun growing up because I was the palest little white girl in my family running outside in the water. My uncle's having to call us in. I got sunburned so bad. My nose was bleeding bloody blisters. Yeah, I know it. It's gonna happen. My dad had a skin cancer cut off of his arm. I know it's gonna happen. That's why I'm taking all the precautions and I go to get my skin checked all the time. I'm like I have a little fucker down here too that I want to keep an eye on because it's looking a tad uneven. So yeah, we got to go get these looked at now.
Yeah, gotta get rid of them. Can't be getting cancer. Hey, cricket.
I can't afford cancer. I don't have time for cancer. There will be none of that. I gotta let's go.
Yeah, we don't have time for cancer. What cricket, stop.
Cricket. She's like, I hate cancer too.
Are you growling at cancer? Chongus is at my feet and she keeps looking down and just and then look at that though. Don't do that. She just do what? Stop it. I know. You wish you were an only doggy.
No.
I do feel bad for her when she gets like that just because I know that it's not her being like bad. It's like she just, I don't know, like she's sad because she thinks that I don't love her very much or something. She's like, but you don't love me now because you love that one.
She loves you a lot. She loves you a lot.
Yeah.
I know.
I love you so much, honey. I love you so much. And then there's this one. Oh my God. Why?
Oh,
another puppy. She's such a tank. And she just when I go to pick her up, she dead weights me so hard. So it's like, yeah, you're like 20 plus pounds, but you feel like 40 because you're just thank you for picking me up.
Her whole body relaxes and she's like,
yeah.
Oh my God. Look at
show your dumb face to everybody. Because her face is so dumb. This is the one that got her butt kicked by a cat.
Oh my God.
Yeah, his name's Winston.
Was that embarrassing, you little cute little fluff pups?
What's funny is I don't think she's embarrassed at all. I think she was more so happy that I was there to save her.
Please rescue me from this bully.
Help me,
bully.
This cat is being mean. Oh, come on. Just bite it. Yeah, his name's Winston, and he's kind of a menace to the neighborhood, to be honest. He's very cute. He's very sweet to the humans. He loves me so much. I'm constantly like, you need to leave because my dogs are going to find you, and they're going to be very upset, and I don't want you to kill them because you might. They're all dumb.
Oh. I love that the cat's name is Winston. This is just a neighborhood cat? Did everybody get together and decide to name him Winston, or was it just he kind of came with the neighborhood and that was already his name?
I wish it was that we named him collectively, but that day actually when he was beating up my dog, his owner just so happened to be like getting ready to leave for work. And he was like, "Hey, Winston, you leave them alone." And I'm like, you named your cat Winston? That is awesome.
I love animals with human names. I don't know why. It's the greatest thing ever. Like if you have a dog and you're like, "This is my dog. His name's Greg." You're like, I don't know. I just love it.
It's my favorite. I love dogs with human names. I mean, this one probably would have had a human name. It's just that
Chungus is great.
Yeah, she just is a chungus though. Like it just kind of happened. Like Cricket, I could not. I tried different human names with her, and Cricket just stuck. But Penelope
is cute. Penelope's a really cute name. I like Penelope.
Oh
My
man, it's so
horse's
fitting
name
for
was
her.
Cricket.
Oh, Cricket. Well, and it's a cute name for her. I think
Cute name.
it just works. But I love human names for dogs or for pets. Like I wanted to get a pug and name it Kevin.
Yes.
Like such a human name.
It's perfect. See that? Yeah, I love that so much. Kevin.
Kevin. Ooh, Kevin? Yeah. No, yeah, it's dumb. It's so human. Because you have like Oscar, like that feels like it could be a pet name or a human name, but like Kevin?
No, Kevin's a human name.
That is a human name.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love it.
Oh, Brooklyn Penelope. Yeah, little Brooklyn's so cute too. Also in the chat, I've known people named Cricket, and then he was probably named after the cigarettes, and then also was the cat named after a pack of cigarettes. I forgot Winston's. Maybe he was just a heavy smoker.
Could be. I mean, honestly, he probably does smoke a pack of cigarettes after every what's the word? After every not assassination, but after every kill.
After every assassination.
That was a good one,
Yeah, then he has like after a good lay.
Like he strikes me as the type. He's he takes no shit, that Winston. So
I feel like we could learn a lot from cats. I feel like I would like to take on more personality traits of a cat because they're so like, I don't know. There's like, they're so confident and they just want what they want. And they're like, I don't give a fuck. And I'm like, I want to take not all the way, but I want to take a little bit of that from a cat. So I'm just a worrier. I worry about everything. I'm like, oh man, I do something that's like it's other person's feelings. And it's good to consider other people's feelings. I'm not saying that. I just, it makes me too timid sometimes.
But like, they're not even worried that their human might not like them anymore.
No, they don't care.
They're like, yeah, no, this is my house.
Yeah.
I don't know why you think it's yours, and deal with it.
Yeah, cats just come into the room and they're like, is there anything I can eat or fuck up in here? And then if there's not, they just leave. Like,
why is this lamp on this table? All right, see you later.
My favorite thing ever is when cats look at you and then slowly bat something off a counter. But they like make eye contact with you while they do it. They're like, oh, is this your lamp? Fuck you.
Like, excuse you.
Shit.
Yeah, like, did you buy that lamp? Well, it was in my house.
Yeah, so, right? Like, what the fuck?
And I wanted it out of my house. So, right, like, what is wrong with you? Yeah, cats just they live life on their own terms. And they know what they want, and they're very good at communicating what they want, and will do what they want.
Yeah, Frank, I love that. A cat named Benjamin.
That's cute.
Yeah, that's a good name for a cat too. Do you call him Ben?
No, Ben.
Yeah,
I love him.
Aww.
God, yeah, human names are for human names for pets are just perfect. We need more of that in life.
I'm getting weird. It's bedtime for Xia. I was I was doing so good for so long.
See, I'm right there with you. Oh, nope.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I was so proud of myself because I got shit sleep last night, of course. And tried to take a nap and it also wasn't happening. So I was like, whatever, I guess I'll just be exhausted. But like as stream time came around, I was like, actually, I have like really great energy. And I was doing so good. And then about like 30 minutes ago, my body was like, just kidding.
Now that it's your birthday, it's time for bed.
It's time for bedtimes now. I gotta, oh my God, fight milk. No, Johan, there is no milk in my house. You should know this. Wait. Oh, it was always Benjamin. Oh, he just Benjamin. I'm going to get some birthday rest, Melissa. Thank you. I will be back later tonight at 9 p.m. I'll be back. We're going to do a birthday stream. I'm going to probably get a cake maybe. It's going to be the snack stream. I don't know. It's going to be fun. We're going to have a good time. And Courtney, when and where are you streaming next? Where can everybody find you? Where can they follow you? Thank you for jumping on with me tonight. This was so fun.
Yes, well, thank you for having me. This is a blast. I'm glad I got to join. Yes, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, Courtney Brooke. I do plan on having a lovely little marathon stream on Monday. And I will also be on Simpcast on Sunday on Chrissy Mayer's channel. So subscribe there too. And then if you'd like to follow me on Twitter, I'm there as well. My handle is, what is it? Was that Courtney? That's what I don't remember. Help me.
I know. I just type in a lot of times with my friends. I'm like, shit. And I start typing in their name and hoping they pop up. Sometimes they don't.
What is your name again? I don't understand. Yeah.
Well,
yep, I know.
Different. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, like, well, and like, I don't know how Twitter makes it work. Like, am I supposed to search the handle or the name or what? And like, is this page that I'm looking for, is it popular enough for me to be able to find it? And blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, because sometimes they just don't show you pages. Like I've searched girls or friends before and their page doesn't come up. I have to like physically go find it.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really annoying. Stupid.
Yeah, I remember Leanne was talking about having that problem for a while there where like people were searching for her, like specifically her handle, and like couldn't find her, and it made no sense. I was like, well, that's weird because like, I mean, I was not having a problem like seeing her stuff. Like her stuff was still popping up in my feed and everything. So I don't know if it was like a limiting reach where it was only like a percentage of users it would do this to, or what? Like, I don't know, but
odd.
Yeah. So there's that. And that's part of the reason why I forget it. Forget what my handle is.
Well, it was that Courtney. So go find it, go follow it, subscribe to her channel. She is monetized now, so go support her because she's fucking awesome and deserves all of this.
Give me all your money.
This is a stick up. It's a joke, YouTube. Stop it.
Yeah, listen. Also, to everybody here, you don't have to give me any of your money if you don't want to or are unable to. All right, just having your presence is enough. Having your presence is a present.
It's a present. It really is. And I want to thank all of you guys too so fucking much. What was this? Bikini Show 195, I think. Bikini 195. Yeah.
Wow.
You guys are I can't believe the streak is still continuing. You guys are fucking amazing. Old Nerdy, Backhand, Franklin, Dan A with a whole ass pink boy, Dan A.
Dang okay.
Franklin also with a whole ass pink boy. Hot damn. RJP, Rodtholomew, Franklin again, Saw, Franklin, Ashley, K-Max, Healer, K-Max, Franklin, K-Max, Ravenclaw, you guys.
Dang.
Thank you so fucking much. You guys are absolutely incredible and amazing, and I love all of you. Thank you so much for all of your support and the lovely, oh my gosh, and the lovely birthday wishes. And it's not even to the birthday stream yet, and I got so much birthday love. You guys are incredible.
Yay.
I love you guys. Have an amazing night over on Schmumble. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. I love all of you. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment, and I will see you guys later tonight. Hold on. I can do this at the same time. Okay, I will. See you tonight.